There we go. So, hello, Jacob. Hello, Pichu. Thank you for the Starlies yet again. I'm sure they will make very good SFC, Starly Fried Chicken, later. But until that time, we've got some D&D to do. I believe it is episode 15 today, because I actually got the episode numbers mixed up last time. So I said 15 last episode, it's this one. So, oh wait. But
you just don't give any of them numbers and you let the
yeah.
YouTube uploads number them for you.
Yeah, but it's. I'm sure at this point Michael just likes laughing at me when I get it wrong. So fuck it.
Honestly, I'm surprised when you get it right.
That's what I mean. So it's probably. I think if I didn't try to number the episodes on the stream, he'd probably get upset because it's like a little kick he gets at the start of every stream. It's like his little booster shot of hey. I don't know. Either way, it is a number of episodes in, and today we're kicking off as we just kicked off the angel off this mortal coil, or at least the angel quote marks. We have a Sir Simpington, however his fucking name is. Thanks to a Ben. But I'm gonna leave it to Ash to get us fully kick-started. And yes. Whenever you're ready, Ash.
Alright, so where we last left our heroes, they had found their way to this somewhat destroyed, falling apart, nature reclaiming church, where there seems to be some strange undead guarding the locale, reinforced by some sort of blood-stained angel. The party battled their way through, handled all of the danger, and we last left our heroes as they dealt the finishing blow, and then we very quickly had to end the session because it was running overtime already as it is.
Yeah. It literally was a case of stab. Good night.
Yeah, it was very literally, and then the party killed it. The end.
Just like every children's book, it died. Good night.
Except for the wait, I just want to say something before we end the section. This is in my lady's honor.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there was that as well. I forgot about that. Do you want to repeat what you said, Simpington, at the end of the session? Just
that does sound like a good place to start us off.
Just restart that line.
Yeah. So Simpington wanders over to the angel, plucks a feather, sort of sticks it underneath his arm, and be like, "This will be a fine token of love to my lady Glacier." And that was the cliffhanger.
Wait, you know Gladys too?
The Lady Glacier, yes. Oh, you know her.
Well, we've spoken to her like a few times. She's actually like best friends with Lovey over there. Or at least that's what Flynn keeps saying.
Oh.
Flynn's
What did you say, sorry?
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
Sorry, it was an offhand comment. I just said, Flynn's just jealous.
Really?
Well, yeah, so how did you get to know Glacier anyway?
Well, I read a book and I saw a picture of her fine beauty in it, and I'm trying to win her affection.
So she doesn't know you?
Not yet.
Oh, I thought you were friends with her or something. Okay, never mind.
She will be when she meets me. As I said, I'm in the friend zone at the minute.
But you just said she doesn't know you, so
you're not even friends. You're in the stranger zone.
Mm-hmm. I went to the stranger zone.
Okay, give him inspiration for that.
Absolutely.
The second he said highway, I knew what was coming.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Absolutely. Your inspiration is I will not carry on the trend of killing paladins in D&D campaigns this week.
Not intentionally, anyway.
That's a Brucey bonus for both of us. Excellent. You just be like does not compute. And he's like, well, I don't think there's anything lower than the friend zone, but yeah, if it is the stranger zone, sure, I will send quickly. Now I have this token of love for her. So when did you meet her?
Well, we went to shut down an evil portal, and she came and was talking to us about what we were doing. And she said that she was trying to do the same because the people that were opening the portals were people that she didn't like. And she could then maybe, if we shut them down and stop the demons, then she could, like, do things with the king and other things.
Ah, so if correct me if I'm mistaken, but if I adventure with you, we will surely come across one of these portals again.
Maybe, but I mean, Glacia did just say that we could just call at any time and she would turn up if she could because we were all such good friends with her.
I would have to prepare before that happened if that's something you're willing to do.
Yeah. And this is Gorgor's, like, unless it's trapped, like, assumed Gorgor is, like, elbows deep in this chest, like, ferreting
Yeah,
through.
he's just shouting over his back as he's.
Yeah. I assume, unless it's trapped, like, if I open it and it does something, Gorgor's literally, like, half, like, you know, like, the stereotypical where, like, the legs are, like, kicking as, like, they're literally in it. And he's just going through the chest because, shit to look at. Shinies.
So it's the Simpletons just talking to his builder's crack, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. You're just getting an upper overview of Gorgor as he's just in the chest shouting over his shoulder back at you.
Gorgor finds a shiny rock, a nice pair of boots, and a scabbard that is ornately decorated, amongst other, a few pairs of boots.
So the boots
that's not
are
literally only things in the chest, but those are things of note he finds in the chest.
So decorative scabbard, shiny rock, and pair of boots.
Yep, those are like the nicer looking things that aren't like half moth eaten.
Oh yeah, no, these would stand out and it'd be like, ooh.
Yeah.
So like, literally, as Gorgor comes up, he's like got his arms like wrapped around all this shit that's like spilling out, and he's just kind of holding on to it. Found things. But are people gonna look at the ground and see if it's bad ground, or because there's no more things? I don't think of these things.
Bad ground.
Well, we came here because it was that word. It was that word. It was that word ground. And we were gonna make the ground better. And then the angel came, and the angel was the person we were looking for anyway. So, I mean, we kind of killed two wings in one stone.
By the way, Gorgor, there appears to be another chest over there.
Ooh. I'm gonna like cram what items I just found in my backpack, and then I'm gonna go and do the exact same to that chest. And I can also, I don't know if it's just the sake of the map, but you need these shiny like crystals, maybe. If they're anything interesting, I'd just scoop a few of them up. I'm assuming in case it's just decorative flooring.
Oh, these? Yeah, they're really pretty crystals. They're kind of reflective. They're a little sharp, though, and as you try and pick a few up, you do get a little bit of cuts on your hand.
Reflective sharp crystals. In brackets, blue. Got it. But yeah, no, Gorgor's literally going to do these.
In other brackets, glass.
Yeah.
Oh!
I was about to say, it's stained glass. Shiny gem, stained glass.
No, I'm leaving it as crystal. I'm going to put in brackets, blue glass, but it is shiny crystal.
The most Gorgor thing to ever happen.
The most Gorgor thing, and it was me! Holy shit. No, but okay, I've just picked up some shiny glass and now I'm gonna go through that chest as well. Holy shit. That's fucking dumb. You know when I say I have to get in character, I really do. Holy shit. Anyway, carry on, please.
Alright, does Gorgor want to roll me some sort of intelligence check of his own design?
I'll just roll an investigation, because that's literally kind of what he's doing.
Yeah, I figured, but...
It wasn't meant to be with advantage, so can we have a 3?
Those are some options right there.
Yeah, it's either a 5, natural 5, or a natural 20, which goes down to an 18. Oh shit! You can tell he's not smart.
Gorgor finds a lot of different looking beverages. Could be alcoholic, could be potions. Can't really identify them. Could be anything.
I'm just gonna call it
Uh,
mystery drink.
There's a few of them in differently shaped bottles, differently looking
Mystery drinks.
colors inside.
There we go. I'm just,
And along with that, he does find a small metal cage that looks like some sort of candle in jail situation. Like this candle must have been really bad to get thrown behind bars.
okay, so handle in small jail. There we go.
Along with a lot of like rags, a lot of cloths.
I'll leave that shit. So yeah, I've got mystery drinks and a very naughty candle. What's everyone else doing while Gorgon's doing this? I'd imagine this is like over like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyone else? Paladin Dave? Enough when Cyrus is kind of like pointing Gorgor at stuff. Lovey? Simpington?
I think I'm just watching with complete abject kind of like interest as he's picking up the glass, thinking, what the hell, and trying to understand a little bit better what's just happened with
Yeah,
Sir Simply.
I was gonna say I'm literally shoving it in my pocket, so I'd imagine like the inside of my thigh is gonna be like the outside of my thigh, sorry, is gonna be like ruined as like these glass shards in the pocket and just like ripping through. But he doesn't care. He doesn't know he's.
Oh, totally. And I think, like I say, like she's still kind of reeling a little bit from the good sir's reveal, shall we say?
Hmm.
But like, what glacier? Like glacier?
Are you asking that because he would have just sat down and would be looking at the feathers? Like,
Yes.
I'd imagine that was in character at you. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think she's actually expecting a response. She's just kind of like, what? Oh, okay.
it would just, if you hear the name, just be like, yes, it is fine destiny that you know her as well. It must be destiny for my quest of love, surely.
I mean, she did give me this cool scythe, so, you know, I think it's meant to be.
Ah. Well, her magic's helped imbue my halberd, so I do know she does magical weapons.
Golgol, what have you found?
Found lots of things actually. Found we showed the shiny rock. I found a sword pocket. I found some boots. Found some blue crystals. They're a bit sharp.
Oh dear.
Found about that many, and you just hold up the mystery drinks. I found these, and I found a very naughty candle in jail.
Wait, a naughty candle in a jail?
Yeah, and I'll hold it up.
Can I take a look? See?
Yeah, but be careful. I don't know what it's done. Might be murderous.
Why is it naughty, my friend Gorgor? Is it the shape?
It's in jail.
Is this a little phallic?
No, he's literally being honest. It's just because it's in a box.
It's in a metal
Oh.
it's in a metal barred cage type thing, which I'd imagine is like a decorative sconce, maybe.
I mean, we'd
But
probably
it
call it like
literally it closely resembles a prison cell.
we'd probably call it a lantern if it had glass in it.
Oh, what?
Ah, I have this glass sushi. But no, I will present the naughty candle.
I'm glad somebody figures it out.
Fucking-
Look, he rolled a 3. What did you want me to tell him?
No.
No, I'm
didn't
for
get
it.
it.
I'm absolutely for
Oh
it.
yeah, no, fully for it. It was just one of these things that it's in jail, and it's like, really? I mean,
Gorgor has experience of being thrown behind bars. He saw a candle with a similar experience.
Yeah.
yeah. No, I mean,
Oh, So Simpleton will look a bit disappointed at it isn't a naughty shape and just be like, oh, So I believe, my man, that's like its house rather than its prison, but it's a very poetic way of interpreting it.
But it doesn't look like any house that I've seen. I mean, I've been in prisons and it looks like one of those. I've never seen a house that's made of metal.
I suppose if you're on fire all the time, a metal house might be a good idea.
Yeah. He's pretty warm.
I think maybe you should
Okay, so it's
keep the candle.
what? Take the candle out of its prison, or just?
No, I mean keep it in its prison, but
Okay.
the...
Okay, I was gonna keep it all anyway. The rest, there's loads of other stuff in the chests, but it's a bit shit. I found all the good stuff.
Can I have a look?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
if
no,
all this is going on.
Gorgle
the
will
very
literally just spill it all onto the floor. Like, no grace, just... bleh. I'll put it in the chat.
Meanwhile, the very distracted Paladin Dave has been focused on this barrel for this entire duration, as he
I'll be
said
watching what's
absolutely
going on.
Well, no, just the way you're pointing.
Oh, yeah.
It's just...
Travel.
He's been stood there silently, staring at that barrel this entire time. It does have some pretty colors popping out of it.
Oh. I'll go to the pretty colours in the barrel.
There it is.
Oh, Jesus.
Roll me an investigation, Paladin Dave.
Oh. Got +1. Aha!
You find a large assortment of bedrolls, one of which has been undamaged by the passing of time and moths.
Oh, I'll take that one myself. And have 2 bedrolls. That'll be nice and toasty at night.
Very
If it
good.
weren't- I'll say if it weren't, says the person who's already covered in fur.
Yes. Look, I work with what I'm given here.
Apparently people get cold too.
Right, can I have a little peek to see when this angel arrived? Did it descend from the heavens, appear in some sort of magical flash, or just was suddenly there?
It swooped down from the sky, not from the heavens, more of like a... Like, it still was high up in the air, but it wasn't like a straight down, descending slowly kind of thing. It just kind of flew in.
Okay.
Just kind of like flew in, caught itself, landed.
Okay. And what kind of direction did it come from?
Westerly. On this map.
Okie dokie.
A little bit more northwest because it's not a perfect northeast southwest, but
can I find something nearby that's like a high point nearby to view? Can Gabriel assist me climbing up it so I can get a vantage point to look that way?
yeah, a lot of these walls are varying heights. The ground around is generally pretty low, but you could probably get like a higher wall, like think Breath of the Wild status.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think like
Yeah.
like whatever like the highest little thing, so I can kind of peek that way. So,
Yeah, the walls aren't symmetrically low. It's like some of them go up a little bit, almost like staircases. There's a few higher points. You could definitely get a high vantage point.
and then I'll kind of have a peek in that direction to see what there is in
Yep.
that. Shouldn't have been
That
an
is-
advantage, but I'll take the first.
We're gonna move you guys back to the world map just so
Yeah.
you have a little bit more, like perspective.
And I don't apologize, Rose, for the spelling of the items. That is how they are on my character sheet.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I'm just
I-
precursoring.
I am disappointed in you, Danny.
Hmm?
You've done all of them in your own animal style except for one.
The boots.
You have failed on a pair of boots to fuck it up somehow.
But the thing is, though, I mean, I could do PARE for pair, maybe. I don't know. I couldn't think of
It
anything.
is one of the simpler words, though.
That's what I mean. I couldn't think of anything out because the thing is, he spells them phonetically, so it kind of is as it is. You know what I mean?
Wasn't even pair O boots.
I did consider it. I'll be honest. I did consider pair of boots, but no. Google knows to say of, so it's a pair of boots.
But you guys are roughly like here-ish kind of territory.
Mm.
Yep.
Like a little bit outside of town.
Oh, I thought it was on the eastern side. Doesn't make
I
a
mean,
difference.
it's more northern, but yeah.
No, it was.
It don't
was
really
more
make any
northern.
difference. It was just, yeah. Oh.
You guys are like roughly around here. Very roughly.
Well,
it came from somewhere around here, but how far of a distance? Like, it could be all the way back here. It could be back here. You don't really have a context on how far it flew, other than it seems like it could fly pretty fast before you guys nuked it with debuffs.
It's a strategy. I just said it's a legit strategy.
Oh no, I'm not actually. It was more of just like it seemed to be going pretty fast until you guys slowed it down. So how much distance it could cover in a day, and if it flew in a straight line,
Or if it was pretty
flying
cool
laps.
until you fucked it up.
Because the rumors did say it was in this general vicinity for a while. So
Do I see anything that looks like it could be something that would a resting place or like a craggy area where like caves could be or something like that?
This river here is a bit deeper in than just like surface river.
Okay.
So maybe, but maybe somewhere like underneath the bridge or down these cliffs or something in that territory, or maybe just on this watchtower. But it's a very guess territory. There's no real. You didn't have real much of a flight trajectory from it, other than it just kind of like swooped in, landed, hovered a bit. And it, at the very least, it either had to be nearby at the start because of how quickly it got here. Like, even if it was flying, full dash speed, this is a distance in miles.
Yeah.
Like, to get here as quickly as it did relative to your arrival, it either had to be naturally on its way back from that direction, or it had to just be somewhere local patrolling.
Okay.
But assuming if this is the one that was making the town sad, then we did a good. And the people at the camp, back where we came from, they'll be happy because they told us to come kill it, or at least make it stop. Unless it's got a friend.
This is where me stood on the tallest object in the area, just going to get swooped off.
A pair of claws sink into your shoulders. No.
That would be pretty funny, though.
I'm also short enough and don't weigh enough that probably just a passing seagull could take me away.
Yeah. So, is there anything that you two looking at, and this is gesturing to the godly people, can you make the ground better, or is it just bad forever?
I can't speak for Paladin Dave, but my training is for the martial skills rather than healing the earth.
Yeah, I'm better at hitting things than
Oh.
healing grass and earth.
Oh, that's a shame. And then turns back
If
to...
only you had a cleric in your party. That is the skill set you're looking for.
And he ignores that last sentence after he heard, "No, I can't." He's turned back to me. So what do you think, Lavi? You think I found some good stuff, didn't I?
Oh yeah, definitely. The broken lantern is tip top. Can I have a look in the other stuff? Just to see it?
That was the most pandery.
toughest.
Yeah, you did good, Go. Put it in the bin when he's not looking.
Oh no!
Great,
You can
the
put it in-
stick man with 6 arms, thank you.
It was very.
You found this Eye of
is it-
Vecna. How cute!
Ash?
Yeah, you wanted to just look it over? Were you trying to... Sorry.
Yeah, go through what he hasn't picked up. Like, is there anything that's like glaringly, oh, yeah, that. Do you know what I mean? there anything-
Gorgor does seem to have mostly grabbed anything that was in good condition. Anything
Yeah.
that wasn't, like, worn by mildew, mold, moth, the earth itself. Gorgor stuff seems to be in surprisingly good condition relative to the rest of it. Like, there are some mundane things, there's some mundane weapons, there's some mundane, just cloth, scraps, pieces of armor. A lot of it's rusted or mildewy or moldy. And a lot of the chests themselves look fairly old and worn.
So he's pretty much got everything. Okay.
I assumed you were looking over the stuff that Gorgod found, not new stuff.
I mean, is there anything that, for me, as somebody who doesn't just discount things just because they're not pretty and whole, is there anything a little bit unusual that catches my eye, like moss or weird shit?
Roll me a weird shit check.
Nature. I don't know what's weird.
If that's weird, it's your character, not mine.
Can I do? Okay. Can I do insight? Because insight seems quite reflective of, is this weird shit?
Fair enough.
Are you weird? I'd like to insight the stuff. I don't know why I've got...
I mean, if you're looking over Gorgo's stuff, he's technically helping you, so... Although I don't know what level Gorgo's help means anything.
I love Gorgor is a very well-written character. I'll just leave it at that.
How much of a dumb, stupid character it is, it's got surprising amounts of depth.
Yeah, the execution is very good.
Yeah. I try.
Wait,
You're
you
just
just executed?
funny.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
He heard you say the way it's been executed, and he made the joke of a Gorgo's being executed.
Ah. Where is... But yeah, as you look over, you're not seeing anything immediately standing out. You are gonna take a little bit to just kind of comb through a lot of stuff because there is like 2 chests worth of just, and because you are like Gorgor was just grabbing anything that looked quote unquote nice or interesting.
Yeah.
So you're looking through the stuff where like, okay, a lot of stuff is like old, moldy, rusty. Is there any good old, moldy, rusty stuff? Like that's just gonna take you a little bit to just kind of like comb through that much stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Makes sense.
As you do that, everybody else, what are you at? What are you after?
Well, I'm still on my where did the angel come from, see if there's anything I can do, keep an eye out for any more potential threats coming in.
Alright. Roll me a new perception to just keep an eye on the horizon kind of thing.
I'll do. If me being high up helps at all, but staying where I was for me discovering me. 17.
Is everyone gone?
No, we're here. I am at least.
Yeah, I am.
I think I am.
I think Ash is the one that's broken. That might be the
Oh
problem.
no.
Because I was waiting for Ash to reply to what you said, Michael, and then he was just like,
Oh no, Ash, come back. We need you.
Am I back?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you
Hey,
are.
yeah.
Yeah, my entire computer froze up for a split second there. I think D&D is just cursed in that way.
I mean, your existence on Discord is just cursed at the minute. Like, I don't remember a time where we've had you for an extended period where there hasn't been a problem.
Yeah, I mean, there's just stuff running in the background that might have just been like capping me out. Just Discord is generally problematic. Whatever, it's
Yeah.
fine.
You just been shadow banned, that's all.
Oh yeah, there it is. Microsoft Edge decided to update.
Ah, okay.
You know, the thing that I don't use.
Just uninstall it.
I use it specifically for D&D books.
Ah, okay.
Like, it's effectively my PDF reader because I'm lazy.
Yeah, okay. So it's not like entirely... Yeah, okay.
I don't use it for actual browsing, I use it for just, like, it's a convenient default program to just open books in.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
But yeah, you do eventually find something, Levy. I was just giving people a minute. Oh yeah, Flynn, right. That was I got cut off on that one.
Yeah.
Before I get back to Levy, you don't see anything in the immediate vicinity, though with the roll that high, you do see very, very far off. You just see kind of a tiny little bat-like shape snatched out of the air by something maybe double its size with a leap. You just see a bat flying through the air. At this distance, you know it's probably not a bat because it's far too far away to be that small kind of thing, or that big for a bat kind of thing. But it looks like a bat shape, and you watch it just get snatched out of the air by something jumping off to the east. But that's really all that you actually see. Like, you don't see anything flying your way, you don't see anything close enough where it's big enough to make out. The skies do seem almost excessively clear. You don't even see much in the way of birds nearby. You still heard some this morning. There's definitely some smaller ones in town, but nothing like big flying about. No rocks or anything.
Good.
But yeah, then, Levy, you do actually find a very, very worn cloak. It feels almost oily to the touch and smells faintly alchemical.
Ooh.
It is a little unpleasant to the standard person's hands to the touch. How Levy interprets that is her own business. It feels a little just, oily, little damp, but for whatever reason, she's just got this, like, good feeling about it kind of thing.
Ooh. Oily cloak. Love it.
It's a very dark, like, greenish purple almost. It looks a little sickly. You can't quite pin down what singular color it is. It's somewhere in that blend.
Yeah, got it. It's like oil slick. Okay.
And
Thank
I
you.
don't know. At the very least, Levy thinks it looks really nice. Beyond that, identifications, investigations, etc. But at the very least, she feels like she's satisfied that she's found something quote-unquote nice in all of the junk. Like, despite how worn and gross it seems, like anyone else would pick it up, go, oh, it's mildewy like everything else. It doesn't actually seem damaged at all. It just seems kind of gross. Like, it's got no holes in it. It's got no actual, like, wear and tear on it. But anyone just looking for, like, not gross stuff would have passed it by easily.
Yeah, it's not really Goggles aesthetic. Also, he already has 2 cloaks, so why would he need a third?
I mean...
It was just, Gorgo shrugged it off as just other scraps of cloth.
Rose. The man of many cloaks could be a thing. Instead of mask of many faces, it's man of many cloaks.
I want this one, get away!
That's going to be my secret goal. By the end of the campaign, everyone is going to be wearing some sort of cloak.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be the exact opposite of no capes.
Odd capes.
What was that, Rose?
I said we're the cloak crew, and then I immediately hated it and stopped it.
No, the cloak crew sounds good.
The Cloaked Crusaders.
Oh,
I like
that's
it.
actually really...
Alright, now for Fun to refuse every cloak he's given for the entire campaign.
I'm already wearing one.
I will hold him down if need be.
I'm already wearing a cloak, so it doesn't matter. I started the campaign in a... Well, I joined the campaign in a cloak, so...
just for your aversion to names. It's like, oh no, a nickname. Entire party rolls into town all wearing like varieties of like stylized to their personage cloaks kind of thing. And Flynn's just refusing to just so he doesn't get called the Cloaked Crusaders.
I mean, that's perfectly fine, but, you know, we don't have a purpose, so we can't exactly be a cloaked crusader. We don't believe in anything.
Anyway, sorry, I was just giggling at that one. But
Oh, yeah, I know.
into it. I mean, other than what, yeah, I can't decide now between the Chaos Crusaders and the Cloaked Crusaders.
Cloaked, always cloaked.
Cloaked Chaos.
Oh, it's actually a pretty good name, the Cloaked Chaos. Anyway, that sounds a little bit like, you know, the King in Yellow and stuff like that. The Cloaked. What was I saying? Cool. I will feel like just look at it, I guess. I'll try it on.
Okay. It does seem to move well with you, and it does actually seem to protect you a little, though it does feel, again, a little slimy, a little gross to any modern standards.
That's fine. Cool. How long can we spend in here, guys?
We got everything we need. Have we managed to fix what we need to do?
Well, unless there's something else that we can do, I mean, the angel that was making people sad is dead, so we should see if the town's happy. Then, yay.
Then yay.
And then we can go and tell the mercenary people, and then do something. Gorgo's gonna get curious, and he's gonna take one of the mystery drinks, and he's gonna sniff it. We could drink these, like as a yay moment.
I don't think they're that sort of drink.
There's different kinds.
Yes, there is different kinds of drinks, but this is like a potion drink from the looks of it.
It does appear that some are at the more familiar hand touch. A couple of them do seem to be of some sort of potion quality. Some of the other ones seem to be the equivalent of kerosene.
Oh, okay.
I nearly did something really stupid then.
Really?
Not like really stupid.
Stupider than glass.
Like I was about to nick a bottle of kerosene. Not going to do. Oh, well, we can have a look at these later then.
Like, kerosene is a little too modern, but like it's
Oil lamp.
for oil lamps, yeah.
Yeah, I get what I know what you get at, so yes. Well, we can have a look later then. But I think it might be good though. I mean, that one smells a little birdy nosy.
Yes. We could totally do that. Shall we head back to town?
Have we found everything? We fixed everything?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Let's go back to town and let's see if the people are sad still. And
Yeah.
if people look happy, then we did it.
Yeah, what are we going to say?
We killed an angry angel. Are you happy?
No,
I
I just meant
somehow
like.
don't think that's going to go down quite as well as you'd think, but
But if the angel is making people sad and
most people hadn't really paid attention or noticed in town.
right. Oh.
The peasantry seem to like angels as well, so saying you killed one might annoy them.
But if we tell him it was a naughty angel, surely that'll be okay, right?
sometimes telling the truth doesn't actually go the way you want it to.
Oh,
I feel like I can remember a quote or something about that.
yeah, it's like telling someone you accidentally ate their sandwich. Just tell them you lost it instead.
If you eat one of my sandwiches, I'm going to no.
See? I told you! Always lie about the sandwiches. But let's go back to town then.
Yes.
Did we have a map for Aylesbury or not? Don't remember.
We don't have a map for the proper city.
Okay. Or at least we don't have yet.
Yes.
It's our imagination.
I couldn't remember. I knew we didn't have one at first, but I could have sworn I remember hearing you saying there was going to be us. I don't know. Well, maybe fucking fever dreaming.
I did actually map it out myself, but it was more of a placeholder, like stuff goes here kind of map. Like
Yeah.
it's lower quality, more utilitarian.
I get you.
I can still upload if you guys want it, but it was more so that I could put stuff in my head where it went. Like,
I mean, any visual's cool, even if it is naff, it don't matter, does it? Doesn't have to be a masterpiece.
Oh no, it's more one of those things where it's like describing things on my end. It's like one of those things where it's like it's really easy to describe, like, oh yeah, the town looks like this when you have like the placeholders in front of you, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I do enjoy some degree of theater of the mind in that aspect. Like,
Okay.
like it is very much more just the bare bones, like thing here, thing here, thing here.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
So if we can't tell the people that we killed the nasty angel, how do we know then if people are better? Do we just wait and see if people seem better? I mean, sir said that he's been here a few days, so he could probably see if the people seem better compared to when he saw them yesterday and the day before and the day before that.
I suppose I could, my good orc.
Yeah. So unless someone wants, like, as thing they want to ask it, like, people to check, is that like the thing that we do?
I can ask. I can look around when I get back. I mean, it could be this effect takes a while to depart.
Sometimes, but other curses I've seen go away pretty quickly. Like once you kill the thing that's doing it, it usually goes away.
Well, we might as well go and investigate and see what we find.
Yeah. So, shall we go to the tavern first because that's where a lot of the people are, or do we go to the bath again, or like where else is there a lot of people in town? Because we've only been here a day, and I did time travel most of that.
Many people in the bath, so I'm gonna vote tavern.
Tavern, or I assume there's a market.
A market. That's not bad.
Yeah. So we can go to the tavern and then the market, or the market and the tavern, and we can see then if people are still sad. DM, we would like to
Okay,
go.
so you guys are heading towards the tavern?
Yeah.
And back to the town in general?
Mm-hmm. We'll head back there, and if we've done everything, we might as well head out.
Okay, sorry, just touching base because some of the party is very quiet today, which
Yeah,
is completely understandable. Party
I-
doesn't have to be, just
I was going to
more
say,
making sure.
I'm talking directly to them when they're ignoring me.
Just making sure I'm not leaving people behind. If people are low energy, completely understandable. Just making sure nobody's left out or missed.
I think it's just Flynn's rather quiet, and Paladin Dave is Paladin Dave.
Oh yeah, we would like to go to the town and see if the people are still sad.
Alright, are you guys gonna look immediately, or are you gonna, like, give it a night, or...
I am going to look immediately, and then I am going to look later, and then tomorrow, and as long as it takes.
Alright, roll me a charisma check with whatever bonus you think might apply to it, to just kind of, like, socially feel out how the town is doing.
I'll just do an insight, maybe? Or do you want me to do charisma specifically?
I mean, insight does also work, depends on how, but it's like, it's very much social aptitude, though insight is some degree of social aptitude.
Ash, this is Gorgo. He's literally looking for laughing and smiling and stupid,
Yes.
obvious shit.
I mean, right, but I'm just saying, like, yes, I'm aware.
Yeah, I'll roll the insight. To 10.
Okay.
I was gonna say, Gorgo's not looking for nuanced, like, facial expressions. It's like, are people smiling? Do people look like they're having fun?
Right, I get that, but it's still, like, you
Yeah.
need a baseline to compare to, kind
Fair,
of thing.
fair.
I was fully expecting what you were saying there about socially and dynamically just slowly figure it out, and then he rolls like a 2, and Gorgeous walks up to the first person he sees. Are you feeling happier now?
No, what it is Gorgo's very stalkery. He's like looking around the corners of buildings just at people, like cleaning the eyes, and if they lock eyes at him, he's just staring at them. And he's completely placid, but he's just staring clean at people for like 2 or 3 minutes at a time, like, yeah, you look happy. You look okay. She looks very happy. She looks pretty pissed off, actually.
It's because she thinks you're staring at her.
The guards coming towards us look very upset right now.
Right.
Sir, are you looking for someone, or are you
Oh,
lost, or...
Well, I was coming to see if the people of the town look happier.
Well, if you're looking for happier people, you might want to try the tavern. Those people are frequently very happy.
No. It was because we came here because the mercenary people told us that there was problems and there was things making the townspeople sad, and we think we fixed it, so we're coming to see if people seem better now.
So mercenaries, it's hired you to be mercenaries, to see if the town is happy or sad.
Well, they said that there was a monster making town sad, and something that we think it was attacked us, and we killed the monster. And I wanted to see if that was the thing, and if it made a difference, or if it was the wrong one.
There are reports of a monster that's been flying around kind of at
Yeah.
night, bothering people. You got anything like that? Heard any kind of reports?
Yeah, the
to that
feathered
effect?
one.
We've had a few strange reports, but most of them came from people that aren't the most credible of sources, though.
Right, and if we
The
said
reports didn't quite make sense, because normally, like, let's be honest, if there was a dragon in town, it would be eating people. The town would be run over. If there was some smaller predator, farm animals would be going missing. We haven't had any signs that indicate that, so...
right, so if I mention anything about that temple to the north, the ruined one, the undead that were rising from it, rings no bells whatsoever.
Oh yeah, there was those in there, wasn't there? Because the monster that came was bringing them out of the ground.
We didn't know there were undead up there, but most of us are just smart enough to not wander near old, destroyed churches. Usually just kind of like a bad luck kind of thing. Like, you wouldn't want to build your house near it. It just...
Well, that was
if
where...
there's undead there, we're not surprised, but...
Well, that was where the monster was, and it was making them come out of the ground and attack us for it.
So no rumors you know about of any kind of like something that's been coming from there, like some sort of fallen angel or something like that.
I'm gonna be quite frank.
I'm gonna
if
side.
nobody is
I'm gonna.
missing, if nothing is damaged,
I'm gonna sidekick Flynn. There's like a shut up because we wasn't supposed to talk about angels, but I'd imagine my little sidekick is probably gonna knock him quite a bit. I'm just gonna kind of like poof. Well, I'm not gonna say anything because the guy's right in front of us, but like I was gonna kick
you
him.
get so many strange reports. If nobody is missing and nobody is injured, we tend to just ignore them. Just because it's. I mean, how many times have you had someone who's had a little too much to drink telling you about some grand monster they saw and it was a chicken and the light was making its eyes red?
Like it's every other night, but we still have to deal with it because just as often it turns out not to be.
If
Shall we
you've
get
done
our
us a
tea?
favor, that's fantastic and we appreciate it, though we don't fully understand what that is. Sure, thank you.
I mean, its body's still there. You can go and have a look. It was like a big woman that had like red feathers and wings, and it had undead with it and stuff. I believe it had armor as well. Don't remember.
Sir, you do realize it's before noon, right? Like, if you're gonna be this drunk, just please.
He's not drunk. That's the worst part.
I haven't drunk anything yet. I mean, I did have that water. I did have the pale
you had it-
water. I had the water with the meal this morning.
I am not paid enough for this. Have a nice day. Move
No.
along. Please do not harass others.
Okay. And we'll go to the tavern then. Just kind of like, okay.
We managed to get you out of possibly being arrested for being a stalker by irritating the gods until they left. Well done.
But I wasn't stalking anyone. I was.
No, you weren't, my dear fellow. You simply happened to like look at a few people and the guards accost you. It's happened to me as well.
Of course, you would be the one to say that.
Oh.
Sure, Lord Stranger Zone would say that. Right, tavern. As they said, nobody's paid enough to be like this. Deal with this.
Okay. So yeah, we go to the tavern and we go and see how people there are doing and if things are looking okay.
Alright, roll me another insight. With
Yeah.
potentially advantage if anyone is collaborating with you on this effort.
Lynn, are you inside helping?
Fine, I will help you find happy people.
Yeah.
More so, are you helping keep him out of jail? Like, are you just like every time he starts looking like he's gonna stalk someone, you're like, no, that person instead.
I keep his gaze moving so it's not locked on people for
Yeah.
an inordinate amount of time.
Like, you're helping him in a very different way, but it's still helping him.
He's helping in a different way.
Yes, I'm. Yeah. Why wasn't I smart enough to walk off like the rest of them?
Well, they're
They're
right
fully-
behind. They're right behind you, Flynn. Like they haven't gone anywhere. It's just they're quiet.
To be honest, I had the imagination that, to be honest, the second that everybody else saw the guards coming, they all carried on walking to let them talk to you, and I was the only one stupid enough to stay.
I'll go with that.
Well, I mean, I could have spoke to the guards on my own if needed. So you didn't have
Yeah.
to.
I know. Yes, I did. Because I'm such a nice person.
Yeah.
Right, there seems to be quite a bit more people here. What do your keen eyes tell you about them? Are they happy?
At a very quick glance, a lot of people do just seem exhausted. Not quite happy, not quite sad, just worn down. But there are a few people that are very much more in the happy drunk than depressed drunk category from those who aren't so drained.
I mean, they're either tired or happy, so maybe they're tired because Oh, sleepy. Seems okay. Don't you think, Lynn?
Yeah, it seems to be the case.
So we did it.
Yes, I think we did.
Yeah. So everyone is now happy or tired, which is better. Tired is better than sad.
Yes, indeed. I think, other than that, we should probably get a little bit of rest. I know you're not looking your best. You definitely look like you've been through a fight.
I mean, it was only the undead ones that kind of poked me with their swords a little bit. Didn't hurt that bad.
You might, if nothing else, you might want to go and like clean that cut. Make sure like it doesn't get infected.
Okay, I'll go find some water. And basically, he's gonna go to the washroom and just drown himself a little bit just to clean himself.
Hey Rose, look, I got him to go wash his hands. Aren't you happy?
I mean, he's probably gonna watch the floorboards more than himself.
Yeah, but I still managed to get you to go and do it. So
I mean, it doesn't take much.
but still, I had reason.
So yeah, Gorgo's gonna go and clean himself up and then come back. Lovey, Dave, Tim?
What?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Are you doing anything?
What do you mean, my dear fellow?
I mean, you've been quiet. What the fuck are you doing?
I thought I was sort of hanging around because, like, what he would have done is sort of, when the guards came, he would have gone at a distance to try to hide his face a little bit, and then he would have gone over to you and made that comment.
No, that was Danny to Ben.
I'm
Because I feel like I'm doing a lot, and I don't want to be a game hog, so please can someone else do something for the love of God.
I mean, we're in the tavern, right, at this point.
That was where they moved to at the very least, yeah.
Okay. So we're trying to find out if people are happy.
Yeah.
Why?
Because the mercenaries told Ocelot that it was essentially the angel, quote marks, was having a negative effect on the townsfolk and making them dreary and sad and bullshit. So Gorgo's thing was, well, no, it's dead. Everyone should be happy, right?
Yeah, no, I get that. Okay. So I feel as if we're not going to see it immediately, whether people are happy or not. I feel like we need to give it some time.
if you were commissioned on a task or a quest, surely we should go speak to those people.
They're a little bit outside of town, but we can definitely think about doing that.
Plus, is there anything that we need to do in town? We've had Gorgor speak to his birdie. Okay, I can't just be talking to myself.
I was gonna say Gorgo's in the washroom.
Okay. Okay. How about this? So?
Yes.
So I was just going to suggest that we spend the night here in town and then in the morning set off for the mercenaries to catch our fee.
Mm-hmm. Well, was there anything else we were supposed to do for the mercenaries while we were here? Establish foothold or whatever?
Yes, you are completely right. I had conveniently forgotten about that.
It was your idea. It was your idea.
No, I didn't like them much, to be honest. I thought they were not very nice. It was my idea to help them out so that they didn't keep. Look, I was between a rock and a hard place, and while sometimes that's okay, it was not okay. I felt like I had to do something because everybody else was just poo-pooing every other idea I had, so we ended up with this one. So, I'm sorry, are you trying to say something, Flynn?
Well, yeah, I mean, we'd got to the conversation where it was over, and then you decided to add a whole new angle to the conversation, which did admittedly get us this job. So that is something, but it was very much your idea to
Sorry.
continue the conversation.
As I was saying, we have to do this thing where we talk to people. I don't know, sir, if you can be like a poster child for it or something. Are you into mercenary work?
Yes, I mean anything that wins me glory, I'm game. I can speak to the peasantry. Yes, the lower downs like what I say.
What do you mean, lower downs?
The working people you see in fields.
Common
Yeah,
folk,
close.
you know, the ones not born into position of power, like our
Oh.
good sir here.
So not scarecrows.
I don't know how you've managed to smuggle what alcohol you've had.
I mean, terrible people sick in fields, you know. We've got scarecrows.
I meant living, breathing people. You know, as he said, the people that aren't from the privileged classes.
Like yourself?
You don't say lower thans, that's going to immediately want them to
I
bring
didn't
you
say
down.
that in front of them. They no.
So what would
No,
you
no.
say, Sir Simpington?
What about what?
So how would you address the public?
Dear people of Aylesbury, we have conquered what is needed to be conquered, and we have freed you from the yoke of this oppressive being.
That's pretty good, actually. I like that as I come sitting back down.
I mean, however, I meant more about what you're going to say about the mercenary group.
I'm still trying to get my head around this. I'm not exactly sure. You've just sort of argued between a few of you, and I'm not really sure what this mercenary band is, and if you like them, and what we're doing with this. So if you explain it to me, I'll try and help.
The group of mercenaries nearby that are taking up all of the work in probably around here and definitely in corporation, in which they are taking most of the jobs and only giving them to their own people and not allowing others to do that, to have the work. We have made somewhat of a deal to try and branch the group out so it becomes a bit more legal in all of the towns, so that others may be able to start doing the work again, and this group becomes more legitimate than a do-gooder bandit group.
And because of there being more locations available and their reach being more withstanding, they'll stop hiking the prices up so much.
Difficult case of supply and demand, I see. Creating a monopoly.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I'm sorry, are you supportive of this?
No, I think glory should be decentralized, and everyone who wants to win glory should be able to.
Oh. That's very admirable. I think it's the first thing that I actually agree with you on.
And you also you agree on other things.
No, I just meant more so the whole thing with the friend zone and everything. There's been a couple of statements that have, but it's fine. You will grow. You can grow. I mean, especially if you want me to call down Glacier for you. But anyway, what was I going to say? You are happy to talk to them for us?
Yes. To arrange a deal, is this?
No, we've already made the deal. It's to talk
Okay.
to the people. Be like, oh, have you heard about this great group of Okay, Flynn, you're better at this than I am. Would you mind?
I might telling them to fuck off to other places, or are we bigging us up? I'm a little bit confused.
I believe we're supposed to be talking to somebody,
We
with a bit
telling
of,
him to fuck off.
I believe we're supposed to be talking to
That's the
someone with a
first
bit
thing
of.
that was really the true you for once, Sir Simpington.
True simp.
No, it was.
Yes.
Can I do an insight check, please, DM, on Sir Simpington to see whether that was more him than all the fakey stuff that he's doing? Does that make sense?
If
Oh.
you'd like to.
Or was that Ben just trying to somewhat in character tell us to tell him what the fuck we're supposed to be doing?
No, Ben is an excellent RP person. I don't think he would have let Ben come through. Does that make sense? Like he's very intentional when he does things. Oh, it's only a 12. Never mind.
You get the gist that he's a little bit like when he says naughty words, he's a little bit like, "Ooh, I said fuck off."
Okay,
Like, there's a little bit of that.
so it is actually.
Mhm.
So essentially, what I'm trying to. What we need to get at is we need to basically extend their reach in this area. So we need to big them up a little bit. Be like, oh, use this mercenary group. Yeah.
Oh, I see. A public promotion, yes, of course.
Yes, goes. I do believe we were supposed to be talking to someone with a little bit of power here as well to try and get it, seen off as well. Maybe get the door open for their people to come and have a word with them.
So I'm talking to the people, the leaders of Aylesbury, and saying we're part of this mercenary group, and thanks to us, we've freed them from this oppressive yoke.
Kinda?
Seems to be like a good idea. You use
Yeah.
that true way of words with people.
Very well. Are we doing that now, or?
Well, I mean,
If you so wish,
If-
we may rest.
Morning.
Or...
I was going to say, if Lavi wants to wait a little longer to see if the angel, and he'll say it really quietly, has done any difference now it's gone, yeah, I mean, it's something we can do before we leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Didn't Lovey also try and enroll you in school while you were here?
No,
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
no,
Lovey, weren't you trying to get him into school while he
no.
was here?
no.
Yes, I'd forgotten. Thank you so much, Flynn.
I'm going to kick Flynn again.
Uh,
Like Gorgo
We've got
kicks Flynn to the table, and the table
Entire table just bounces, people have to grab their drinks.
Yep.
Hinton, would you like to come to school with us?
Who was that to?
You're the only
Simpington.
one with Sarah.
Well, the only Sir
Oh,
Simpleton.
yes. As a learned man, I'm sure I can cast an eye upon this institution. Are we enrolling Gorgo here?
Yes. Very astute of you to assume so.
Wow, as a learned man of the spells, I'm sure he needs to read.
Don't need to go to school though to be able to do magic. I've been doing magic just fine without it.
But this is your book. You said that you wanted to learn to read?
Well, yeah, but I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school though.
How do you know what school is as a concept?
Oh, it just sounds icky.
School's basically where a lovely person teaches you how to do certain things, like do 1 + 1 = 2, and to spell, so you can spell everything and
But
read.
the last time someone taught me how to do something, I got hit over the head with a brick because I didn't know how to hold a club properly.
Oh no one would ever hurt you. School teachers are very nice people, I think. I didn't spend much time in school, but that's how I learnt to read and do multiplication and
A multiple what?
multiplication. Oh my god, I can't say it now. Multiplication.
You put groups of things together, so you might have 3 groups of 3 sheep, and you put them together, and you figure out how big that group of sheep is together.
Oh, okay. But I don't have sheep.
Uh,
So
How about this? If you throw one dagger at a person and then throw another dagger at a person, how many daggers are sticking in that person?
not
It depends, did he hit?
not enough.
to the
We
schoolhouse.
need to school.
Fuck.
Take me to school.
Right.
You
Look, we're gonna-
will not be. They don't beat them, do they?
Sorry?
They don't beat them, do they? Have you been beating him? I'm a bit confused, a bit concerned about him saying he's been beaten.
Oh no
What?
no. Gulgor came from a tribe that didn't like him very much, and so when he tried to learn more, they decided to hurt him quite considerably. So now he's a little tetchy when people are trying to tell him stuff, you know?
Ah, I see.
Mhm.
Well, like I said, the last time was when they were teaching all the young orcs how to make war, and because I didn't do the club like they wanted me to, and I did it differently, they hit me over the head with it a couple times until I did it how they wanted me to.
We are going to make sure you have a school friend. Paladin Dave's coming with you too, aren't you, Paladin Dave?
I suppose so.
Good. So you'll be together.
Fine.
Fine? Yay!
You won't regret this, Gorgor. I mean, fine tutelage is what made me the man today.
Oh. I mean, so can we go to a two-T league instead of a school then?
Tutor is basically when you have lots of money and you can pay for someone just to teach you one-on-one. But this is like, school is just like that, but less expensive.
Oh.
Tutelage is school for one person.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. But
Here's a question. Are you a fancy man, Mr. Simpington?
We were.
Fancy man.
Oh my.
He introduced himself with Sir at the beginning of his name, and you're asking what his fancy.
What's giving you this impression, Rose? Like,
I just mean most of you get what I mean. Most knights of the realm aren't, due to their extensive lineage and all their family lords and ladies all the way back. He's basically saying that we're all less than him because we're not part of this selective group that apparently he's in. Meaning, are you a nobleman, sir?
yeah, correction. I never said any of you were like. I am a noble indeed of the House Simpington.
Okie dokie. Good to know.
so
School?
What time of
Oh.
day is it, Ian?
You guys were pretty quick about this in the morning because you had to go to sleep right before, so it's early afternoon at latest right now, which was why the guard was a little surprised at some of
Yeah.
Gorgor's speech.
Hmm.
So we can go.
Hmm.
And
I'll try and get him in for afternoon classes if that's what you want.
that's what I'm wondering. Or do we day drink? Or we could have a chat with Glacier, obviously, just to see how things are getting on. And just because I feel like I need to apologise for assuming that the angel was not actually an angel.
So you're apologising for accusing her of being involved in everything again.
Yeah, that's what I've said, was
Wait, what has she been involved in?
Glacier.
Mm.
Well, I'll go on, Flynn.
Well, I believe. Well, given the first time I met you, apparently she'd helped corrupt the king of corporation,
Yes.
and turned him into some sort of fiend, and is partially the reason why he's dead now, because he had to be stopped. So there's that. And then she does seem to keep showing up quite a bit throughout the land. Anybody else would be concerned, but I'm sure with such great minds as the two of you, you'll figure out whatever her motive is, how unthreatening it truly is.
Sorry, can you repeat that all again? Because it sounded like you said a lot of something and didn't make any sense. So can you repeat it? Because my brain went funny.
First time I met you, I was you were on your way to clear up something Glacier had done to corrupt the king of corporation.
Yeah, I got that bit.
And and because of that he had to be killed because he turned evil. And then
Yeah.
I mentioned about how we've run into a couple of other times, and every time something bad happens, she's the first person that gets blamed, even though apparently that there are two demon lords that are apparently running around the country somewhere. But everything that goes wrong, according to you, is Glacier's fault.
Oh, I didn't say that.
You kind of have.
No.
Apparently everything that went wrong in the woods, or the corruption, Glacier's fault. Second, there was something wrong with it. There was something wrong. Something flying around, looked sort of like an angel. Glacier's fault.
Flynn, I really want to stop arguing with you so much,
Well,
but I'm not appreciative of you trying to put words in my mouth.
I'm not. I'm
the
reusing the words that came out of your mouth.
I said that the angel might have something potentially to do with Glacier, and maybe we should hit her up because there was maybe a direct correlation.
So you think she has something to fault with it?
Okay, I'm going to stop this now because, like I say, I don't want to keep on getting into arguments with you. I don't know why you're so aggressive towards me, but I'd really like to stop.
I'm really not being aggressive, though.
I didn't mean it in like an attacking way. I meant every single time I talk, I feel like you are immediately jumping on what I am saying and twisting it and making it different and trying to make me look like I'm evil and aligned with Glacier. No offense, Sir Simpington. Or, just asking a question, talking normally, suddenly changing the whole game. I don't know how to take you. Honest. What's your problem with me?
I have no problem with you.
Then why do you keep kicking off with me?
I don't keep kicking off at you. I keep saying things that you've said and you get offended because I said them.
Oh yeah, because I say, this might be just something to do with Glacier. Maybe we should hit her up. So that you then say, oh, Glacier's evil.
She comes from the Hells, so Yes.
See, I didn't say Gussie was evil, though. I said maybe at the very, very beginning, but you weren't even here, and I've changed my mind about her. I just don't like how every time I say something, you then repeat it back, but you repeat it back in such a way that makes me feel as if you're judging me a lot. I just don't know how to deal with that.
If you're feeling judged by your own words being repeated,
I will say this, and you can repeat this as many times as you want, but if you say that, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way, I am going to boot kick you out of that door. And I'm pretty sure you fly. Like,
I mean, Gorgo's tried already, so.
I just mean, maybe we shouldn't talk to each other. We can talk for everybody else, but maybe we just don't.
Well, that's just going to get annoying for people pretty quick.
I don't want the arguments anymore. I just want to get along with everyone. And I just feel as if every single word I say is immediately repeated back to me in 50 different ways that I didn't say.
And every time I make a comment, it becomes a hostile attack against yourself, apparently.
Oh my god, fine, you win. Happy?
Didn't think it was a competition.
Stop making it one.
I'm not.
Okay. Anyway, shall we take Google to school now, maybe, guys?
Well, the bus is gone, so it's too late.
Well, fuck it then. I'm starting drinking because I really cannot take much more of this.
The cart sat awkwardly in front of the tavern, wondering why it was picking up people to go to the school from the tavern. And he sat there for like 10 minutes listening to this, and he just like very slowly nudged the horses forward.
It took him 10 minutes to figure that out, and not the first couple of seconds.
No, let's just do this. Let's do the sad bit. Let's go to school.
Oh no, I'm not fucking going to school now. I am going to DM. Can I do something? I'm going to message you what I'm going to do.
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you. Cute.
Hey, Lovey, where did I get Rottweiler come from?
Flynn, what's your AC again?
Well, it's
okay,
13.
I see.
It's a, yeah. Do I need to make a con save for the poison on the blade, or?
Don't worry about it. I'll just. It's fine. All right, Lovey, could you roll me persuasion, sleight of hand, stealth, and an attack roll, please?
Okay, give me 2 seconds.
It's funny if she actually is.
So persuasion to start off with.
Yeah.
And sleight of hand. And then an attack roll. Did I miss anything? Stealth. Sorry.
Yeah, stealth and attack.
All right, seems good.
Cool.
Flynn, you notice that Gorgor sat across from you at the table.
Uh-huh.
Gorgor, you notice that Flynn is sat across from you at the table.
Okay.
And both of you notice that you have drinks in front of you.
Okay. I mean,
That's all.
I already did the drink I got earlier.
Yeah, it's the same drink, very same drink, very suspiciously.
Okay.
The drink you got earlier is still in front of you.
Okay. No, I'm gonna keep drinking it. I'm not gonna stop.
Did you guys at any point actually identify any of the stuff you were carrying around, or are you guys just carrying around a stack of loot?
It's just in my bag.
enough.
I just kind of just wrapped it up in one of the moldy bits of cloth and just stuck it in my bag. I thought when Lavi asked what I got, I thought she was gonna look it over, but she was looking in the
didn't.
chests, so
Yeah.
I just put it away.
Do you want us to have a look through what it is?
I mean, if you want to, yeah. And I'll grab the moldy stack and just sprawl it out on the table. And the same list as before: the stone, scabbard, boots, crystal shards, mystery drinks, naughty candle.
Flynn, you were shown a bunch of items in decently good quality for the age of that temple, and some glass shards.
Nice. Can I do a rudimentary arcana check to see if any of these things may be magic?
Yeah. There's such a variety of items. You can tell that there's some magic on the table. You can't pin down what is magical or what kind of magic it is. But the very small part of your brain is like any items that are in this good of condition after this long, like, magic items at least have drastically increased durability and lifespans to them.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel like it's a safe assumption that at least some or most of this might be magical, but that's about as far as you really get with that.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from the couple bottles of lamp oil, those are not probably magical. Safe guess.
Mm-hmm. So
Just well preserved bottles.
So I can identify that lamp oil, potential magic items the other way.
Well, I mean, I don't want oil. I don't need oil. So if someone wants the oil,
well, I can take it with, and then
okay. Because I've just got it in my inventory as mystery drinks. So like, however many oil flasks are there, Dash. He's
like
taken them.
3 oil flasks and then 2 potiony looking drinks.
Okay, so I'm going to put 2 mystery drinks because he's took the rest of them.
One of which is bright and vivid and gold. The other one is a swirly rainbow of colors, not all colors at once, but like it very slowly, like very subtly changes between the spectrum.
Okay, I've just put 1 gold and 1 rainbow.
Yeah. Like it goes into a dark blue that slowly shifts into a purple that slowly shifts into a dark, dark red and, brightens up into an orange.
That's pretty. I like it.
And it takes a solid 5 minutes for it to go through all the colors. It's very slow, it's very subtle, but when you're on the tail ends of the spectrum, you can be like, oh, that was an orange and now it's green. That's probably different colors.
Okay. So Flynn's basically some of the stuff here might be magical. He doesn't know exactly what it does, and he's filtered out a couple of at least mundane items, which is the oil.
Yeah, so that's not oil. I believe, whilst they're pretty, I don't think these are actually magical. I kind of pulled the glass. I moved the glass shard so I let it to one side.
Oh, well, I mean
they look good, but I'm just saying I don't think they've got anything magical.
I mean, they are pretty sharp, so maybe I could use it as a part of a spell. Because, I believe there was a spell called Shatter. And maybe I could put it in the hand and slap someone with it.
That would, that shattering that on their face would be a very magical spell.
Okay, so I've got the components for 1 shatter spell. Basically, just fill his palm full of glass and just pimp slap the fuck out of someone with it. That shit would suck.
That would be I think that would be something like 3d10 slashing damage.
Well, yeah, I don't close. I think it'd also do half back to me or something, wouldn't it? Surely.
Half back, and then you're
say if I dealt 20 damage, I get 10 back as well,
and
as
then half,
and
then half because rage.
Yeah. You know what?
Oh no, I practically cut my fingers off.
You know what?
But it's okay.
So, outside of meta, that does sound kind of cool, but in game, it's just like, yeah, Go's gonna slap someone with glass. It's just like, just go things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got spell components, you got some oil, and then we don't know about the rock, the scabbard, the boots, or the Noi candle.
Nope. I think we're gonna have to do a little bit of testing, which I believe you are quite adept at. Since last time I saw you test anything, you ended up firing magic out of a book.
Well, that is true. So I could figure out what they are. Are the boots big enough to fit me? Like Sky God.
At a glance, Gorgor is pretty certain that his foot is bigger than the bottom of the boot.
Ah.
But the other geometry that he's doing is like, no, but like my foot would fit through the top part of the hole, right?
I mean, there's only one way to find out. I'm gonna. What? What, Dave?
Anything.
Okay, you're just making Liam noises. I'm gonna try to put the boot on. I'm gonna take one of my old Roby boots and put it on the table, and then try and see if I can squish my foot in.
It takes a minute, and it feels like you're forcing the boot at one point, but once your foot gets inside, it fits perfectly inside of the boot.
Oh wow, these are nicer than the other one. I'm gonna put the other one on too, so I'm gonna put the left one on.
Yep, roll me a dexterity check.
Uh-oh. And this is where, like, their pocket dimensions and their clothes, and now I've got no feet.
As you're putting the other one on, you realize you've now got both feet in the air, and you start losing your balance, but you quickly catch yourself before the chair tips over.
Wait.
You do notice the chair is a little
Wait.
tippy, like it's got one leg slightly shorter than the other ones.
Wait, so Gorgo's got, like, boots of levitation or some bullshit.
No, he just was awkwardly balanced on the chair.
Oh, sorry, the way you made it sound. Okay, sorry, the way you made it sound.
Well, no, because he put the first boot on, he's looking at it, and he starts pulling on the other boot and leaning backwards to get it on.
With his foot still in the air.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so he just ended up with both legs in the air, started going
Fair enough.
over kettle.
Yeah, okay. No, it's alright. Yeah, I just misheard you, that's all. So, Gogo's just gonna put the boots on, and we'll see if they do anything at some point through the day.
They do seem a comfy, perfect fit for you.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, they are comfy. I don't have a sword, though. Is it a big scabbard, or is it a little scabbard? Is it like for a big piece of metal, or is it like for a little bitty one?
It looks more like one you would wear on your hip than on your back, though it is designed where you could wear it either way based on how you set up the straps. The actual size of it.
So
it's got a fairly wide mouth to it, though the length isn't that deep.
So it's probably like for Simpington then, because you've got a fairly small sword, haven't you?
Bit personal.
I just realised. Oh no!
Was that intentional, Danny?
No. It was
Alright,
just Gorgo's way of basically saying he's got I think he's got a short sword, hasn't he?
No, he's got a complete pole arm.
Oh shit! I thought he had a short sword.
I have a very large bird.
Alright,
I mean,
I
he has
need you
a
to roll a wisdom saving
pole arm,
throw.
so you might have been correct. Let's say he has a pole arm, so you might have been correct anyway. But
Oh, fuck me! Wait, he's only a little bit of metal. It's just a lot of wood.
Gorgor's eyeing up the halberd, and he's like, mine's longer.
wow.
Alright, Gorgor, could you roll me 2d4, please?
What, for that vicious mockery? And he has disadvantage on his next attack. Holy shit. Well, okay, who in the party has, like, long sword, short sword, rapier? Because that's the type of thing you'd probably think it's for. And I just misremembered. I thought you had a short sword.
Gabriel does. Paladin Dave, I do believe, also has bladed weapons.
I was going to say, I knew Gabriel did, but obviously Carl's not here. So I'll offer it Dave then, sorry. Oh,
Yes.
sorry, I forgot you had the big spear thing. Well, you've got a small sword. Here you go.
Thank you.
Does it fit?
Does it fit?
It's got a wide mouth, so you should be able to shove it in.
I'm guessing it fits.
The innuendos.
Do you attempt to force it in?
The thing is, it happens when I'm because all I'm doing is perfectly describing what's happening. That's all I do is
Yes.
go.
I'll force him a magic longsword.
All right.
You see, that's when someone tries to be dirty.
In it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Perfect fit.
And the thing
Fits
is,
nicely.
it looks kind of pretty. Like it's got the drawings on the side and the bits of decoration and things. So,
Oh yeah, it's got a few gems encrusted into it.
Yeah,
it's
so
very nice quality.
I'm gonna delete it from my list of things now because I gave it away. But yeah. So I think it would be cool. Like at least it's better than the brown one you got, the level one.
Oh yeah.
The rock. I'm gonna try and squeeze it and think on it, see if I can make it do anything.
All right, roll me an Arcana check, Mr. Gorgor, please.
For fuck's sake, Ben! No, no. He's just put in my chat. Once you go green, the ladies stay keen. What am I gonna make? Sorry, wisdom. Did you say?
Arcana.
Arcana. Sorry, it's alright. I got distracted by that.
Yep.
Good. You do. I may have set off like a fireball, depending on whatever the fuck this is.
As you're trying to figure out what to do with this thing, you're very tempted to throw it like you've seen.
You know what the funny thing was? If focusing and squeezing on it didn't work, that was going to be my next plan. I was going to yeet it. Not inside.
It seems a very smooth, very soft, like not soft, but like it. I mean, kind of. But yeah, it's almost like a brick, though it's a bit thinner and a bit of a different material to it.
Right. Well, I'll try and do a soft throw, like to. Oh, Flynn's opposite me, so I'm going to throw it at Flynn lightly.
Okay. Flynn, do you catch it? You've been tossed a small brick-like rock. Very smooth, very shiny.
I had the feeling throwing it might work. Here you go.
Is it thrown to me or at me, Gogo?
It's meant to be two, but it probably feels more like at. Because
so I'm probably better off making a dexterity save to.
I'm not like full on like baseball pitching it at you.
It's not a fastball special.
No. Like it's meant to be like this super soft underhanded throw, but you know, Gorgo doesn't know his own strength sometimes, and it probably does. Like if you catch it, it's probably going to be a bit of a heft.
Yeah, it's probably one of those things where it's just like, oh, this doesn't seem to be working. Hey, Flynn, how about this? And as Flynn is just about to take a drink and just sees it coming and just like,
sounds about right.
Tries to catch, or if not, at least get out of its way. So, what am I rolling?
You said you wanted a dexterity saving throw to dodge it, or catch it, or your choice, or...
More... My main priority is to get out of its way. If I manage to do well enough to try and catch it on its way past, that's great, but my main thing is not get hit.
Okay. You succeed with definitely far more than enough to get your body out of its way, and you could grab it out of the air if you wanted to.
I will try to catch it.
Alright. You do.
Did it do anything?
What? It doesn't explode or burn your hand or anything. What experience does Flynn have with weapon maintenance?
I mean, I have a couple of daggers and things, so I know a little bit about things.
Yeah, I know he has the crossbow. I know he has a couple daggers. Like, are they well maintained? Does he have much background in it, or are they
Yeah.
just utility items he carries around?
Maintained enough that they're usable.
Uh,
They're not primary thing. If anything, they're more just kind of show for the most part. Though he does take care of the crossbow.
He would at least recognize, like, it wouldn't be that hard. I was deciding if it would be general knowledge or if it would be an investigation or intelligence check of some sort. It seems to be some sort of smaller, more disposable type of whetstone.
Oh.
And it does
Okay.
have a little bit of a magical weight to it.
I think this probably helps helps people taking care of weapons. So,
Oh,
uh,
that's cool.
yeah. So I think that's for one of these three again. So,
Oh yeah, I don't have any. The only weapons I've got are the magic monkey javelins. So yeah. Well, I gave you a scabbard because you got a tiny sword. So, either Lovey, if you want it, or Sir, if you want it, you either can have it.
Cyril Gabriel, I think nothing against Lovey, but Lovey doesn't seem to have any sharp weapons.
Well, she's got the sickle. She's got the the thing. Like
Are
what?
they not? Is it not magical, and therefore kind of keeps itself sharp?
Oh. I don't know. It's just a pointy thing.
My halberd is magical in nature.
Well, I'll hold on to it for now because I don't think Gabriel's sword's magical, so he could probably use it.
You may want it, yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep hold of it for now, and then when he's not whatever he's doing.
He's in updating, like, he started installing updates at the beginning of the session, and he's like, oh yeah, guys, it'll just take 1 second, I'll just have a quick reboot, and you guys have been dragging him around for the last, like, 2 hours.
Well, yeah, it's been saying verifying update for like 5 days now. And it said it'd be done in 2 minutes, but I don't know. Is there anything else that we've not tried to figure out yet? But we know that the crystals are magic ingredients. Oh, naughty candle. And then we got the potions, which I will wait until we are in fighting something, and I will try one. And I will see if it works. But we got the naughty candle. We figured out everything else. I'm gonna try and light it, see if it lights.
Okay. It lights, and it lights effortlessly. And the candle itself doesn't actually seem to be burning down. Like, obviously it takes a while for a candle to burn down, but you don't see any even like a single drop of wax like move on this candle.
Oh, so that's why it's naughty. Doesn't melt away. Oh, that's really cool, actually.
Are you picking it up and holding it at all, or are you just leaving it on the table lit?
I'd imagine Gorgo's probably got it by, you know, the little loop at the top, and he's kind of like 360 in it, and like, you know what I mean? Very dangerously if it was an actual candle, because I'd imagine hot wax would be dripping everywhere. But no, he's literally picked it up, lifted it, flipped it to span it, and he's looking it all over.
It seems effortless to move around in the air, and it doesn't even seem to like be affected by gravity as you hold it upside down. Like, it doesn't naturally swing back down. It's just you hold it upside down, it's upside down.
Oh, that is. Wait, most candles would go out when I do this, and he will like throw it upside down so like it's burning into itself where normally it does. So,
It just sits there. It does not swing back around right side up. It does not drip any wax anywhere.
That is very cool. I can see in the dark though, so I don't need it. Does anyone not? Yeah, can anyone here not see in the dark?
Can I see in the dark? Can I? I don't think I can I?
Oh, can you?
I don't know.
Someone turn off the lights.
I got these things, so I can see in the dark now. Holding up the the goggles.
I don't think I can.
Would
You
you?
cannot.
Well, what do you want it? It's a lantern that doesn't like it don't like go out.
Oh,
I mean, now I've lit it, I don't think I can turn it off. So good luck.
have you tried blowing it?
No, but here you go. And then we'll hand him the lit candle in the naughty
Yeah,
cage.
I'll take the lit candle in the naughty cage and give it a little blow.
Yeah, and I'm gonna delete that off my list as well.
All right.
Hmm.
You see, this is like the anti-rogue. Like, I went and snuck all the loot for everyone, but then I just give it everybody anyway.
I find it funnier just the experimenting and playing with items rather than, all right, we cast identify on 7 items.
It's something I miss inherently. Like, it's the reason why I detest identify and detect magic. Because I do love the, okay, this is a magic item, let's fuck with it and find out what it does. Because nobody does it anymore, and it's such a fucking shame.
Yeah, the candle, or the lantern rather, does seem like, as Gorgor was handing it to you and as he was flipping it about, it doesn't seem to like fall.
Ah,
Like, it was upside down, it stayed upside down, it was sideways, it stayed sideways.
oh, okay.
Kind of fun, actually.
Ugh.
Do with that information as you will. I just figured with how heavily Gorgor was playing with it, that is easily observed information.
Okay.
Flynn, did you accidentally close down your roll 20?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Mhm.
I saw
Dave?
you.
Yeah.
You were saying anything?
I don't know. Was I?
I don't know, you started making noises after you were handed the lantern. Thought I'd
No,
check with you.
stumble toe.
Okay.
Oh no.
Alright, moving on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Right, so now we've figured out what stuff is, mostly. What now?
Now we're going. Good.
I was just going to say, but it looks like we're just here for the night. Lovey's drinking, and we're not going to the school now, so I think we're just here for the night.
Okay.
At that mention, you realize Lovey's been gone for like 20 minutes.
Oh. I was talking to her. Oh.
Yeah, you just assumed that she was still sat next to you and you just never actually checked, kind of thing.
Well, yeah. Kind of. I presume she probably wandered off at some point when she got annoyed with me.
It was one of those, she said she was off to the ladies' room and she just like either took an unusually long time or just left the room.
Well, she'll come back, like, later, so it'll be okay, because wasn't it when Dave went missing, we said to just stay in the tavern until people come back, because, and then that's how we found, the sir.
Well, I went and found and you stayed, so.
No, but Lovey said when people are missing, just go to a place where you always are, and then that's the best way to find people, or they find you back.
Yes.
I assume the fact that she laughed and she probably did the finger on a bad date, and they jump out of the window in the ladies' toilet like they do often. I assume that's what she did. So we'd best just waiting until she comes back.
And
Yeah.
how many times have they come back after they've done that?
Those don't tend to come back, but Lovey's part of our party, so yes, I assume it's different.
Doesn't sound like it's not the. Doesn't sound like it's not been. There's not been form in this group for people to kind of walk away and not come back. So I wouldn't hold breath.
Oh, he doesn't know what to say to that. He's like, well, yes, I found Dave, but she's not intoxicated, so she's just gonna have to come back on her own volition.
Yes.
If she does.
Lovey, would you like whispers or would you like it here?
I don't mind here, it's fine.
Alrighty.
Also,
See-
it helps because Danny's obviously running the stream, so or otherwise.
I was gonna say, Danny, come with, and then everyone just
Oh,
don't watch the stream. Kind of thing.
yeah. I'm
Danny go with him.
allowed in because I have to be the streamer person. Yay! I get privileges.
You can if you want. What do you prefer, Ash?
It's whatever you
Either
want,
way.
Rose. Literally, like.
I mean, either way, I think the party's gonna hear it. It was more just whether or not we wanted Liam noises.
Oh.
Yeah, that is quite annoying. Actually, let's go.
Oh,
Oh, shots fired.
I'm being bullied.
Holy.
Bye.
Shit.
Bye, everybody.
Fuck yeah.
That was grim.
I like how that was your reason for it.
Sorry.
I like how the Liam noises was the reason to leave. Not
Yeah. Well, you gotta have a reason, ain't you? Really. Oh,
Alright, so can you roll me a religion check and then 2 other checks of your choice just to confuse the party.
Oh. Let's get Danny's opinion. Danny, you can have one, and I'll have one.
What?
Oh, what about animal handling?
Yeah, animal handling sounds good.
I'd do a persuasion check as well.
Yeah, but then that's gonna make it sound okay. Sorry. Okay.
Alright, so you go out to the woods, you read some signs in the clouds, you make your way past a couple animals, you try and play with a couple squirrels and stuff, but they're really not biting today. And then you dial up a certain number.
Yeah.
Your site's got a little cell phone built into it.
Just kind of almost in game, Lovey will raise up her new scythe and be like, Glacier, you up? Hello? Hello?
And after what feels like an eternity, but it's really about 7 seconds of waiting, but you sat there awkwardly, scythe in the air, hoping something happens, and each second feels longer than the previous one.
Yeah, she's just kind of like.
The first
will
second
say
you're
they kind of-
confident, the second you're like,
Yeah.
5th second you're starting to feel a little foolish.
Mm-hmm.
But after about 7 seconds, someone who looks very familiar, though far less hellish and tall, shows up.
Oh.
Glassy in what can only be described as an incognito form.
Oh, so not like, I'm a princess of hell, more princess on the weekend?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, she's dressed very casually. She's still kind of, nice. You can tell some of her accessories. She's not trying to, actually disguise herself. It's one of those, oh yeah, she's in simple clothes. She doesn't have, her horns and her wings out and stuff like that. But you look at some of the jewelry, she's still wearing all of her jewelry. She's got, a really exquisite looking necklace on. She's got a few, she's got a few rings. She's got a few bracers. She's ornately decorated. She's just kind of, playing with it a little bit. Her hair is a bright, vivid red.
Yeah.
She's not subtle, but she's at least pretending to blend in for the sake of, reasonable modesty kind of thing.
Oh, I get it completely.
Hello, welcome. What can I do for you? Is everything okay? Everything...
Well, that was the reason why I kind of called you. I've got a couple of things to speak about. Firstly, thank you for the call, Scythe. It was awesome. We killed an angel, so...
Oh, yeah, it loves those things.
Really? Oh. I should be more scared about that, shouldn't I? Surprisingly, I'm in a bit of an angry mood at the moment because of a little man.
Yeah, it is really unfortunate when they're a little small. They say size isn't everything, but,
This is it. I don't know. It's just... I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Do you know what I mean? just feel like I'm constantly trying to talk to the party, and all I'm getting is constantly just like dragged down. But that's fine if that's what he's into. Small man.
Okay, small ones. Okay.
Oh, you meant literally. I thought this was about. I thought you had a bad night. Sorry.
Oh.
No.
No. Well, we have met a new person today, but not because of me. Basically, Paladin Dave got really, really drunk on some special wine that we bought and decided to go on a bit of a wander, but didn't realize he went on a wander. We might have met somebody that you know. We met a Sir Simpington. You know of Sir Simpington?
Oh, is that? Yeah, there's this dude who calls me up like once a week for magic powers, like, typical business. Yeah.
So you're not like together then?
Oh no, I've got like do you know how many people like I mean like being frank, like obviously I'm not like Bahamut or anything, but like do you know how many people call up entities for powers? Like it's basically like checking your oh wait, you wouldn't know what that is. Never mind. I always forget. It's really weird having multiple planes and stuff. I was gonna say like checking your mailbox, but I don't think you really have one here. Especially with all your moving around, but like you just go through all the stuff that you've been sent and you're just like, okay, and you just keep clicking check and delete and read and
So it's not like serious then between you two.
oh no, I only recognize the name because it shows up on like okay, so we have our own little like boards and it really helps with organizations because like some gods actually do respond in the moment to every single notification they get kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've streamlined that a bit. I just have like a little like I have a little mirror. Things pop up there. I just swipe through it, clean everything out all at once, easy handled, and spend the rest of my day not thinking about it. I just
So-
recognize the name because that name shows up a lot on that mirror.
Yeah, because he's like super into you. But obviously you know that being you. So yeah, thank you for the scythe.
Oh yeah, that one's a personal favorite of mine.
Oh really?
Please enjoy, personal gift. Yeah, it's well, I mean, you've held it, you've swung it around before. Like it really enjoys. It really bonds with its wielder, kind of thing. It was an early prototype. Like I've got a newer scythe. I've just so they're it's kind of a dig at my father because he's got his and he's all happy about it, whatever. And I thought it'd be fun to make my own better one, and I think I have. And that was one of the early prototypes.
Oh yeah, well it's definitely cool. I mean, like I say, we killed an angel with it. I had a bit of fun with it. Swishy stick goes cool with my aesthetic, obviously.
Yeah, if you keep feeding it stuff, it'll like you, it'll be happy, it'll treat you well. Like, it's got a bit of a sentience to it. It's not really like... It's not one of those talking swords that's gonna talk your ear off all night, but like, if it's happy, you're happy, kind of thing.
So it's like a pet kind of deal. Like...
Yeah, I think of it more as like a puppy, if anything.
Oh, okay. Got it. So, yeah. No, I just wanted to check because he seemed very intent on, being like, oh, this is for my Lady Glacier. I have got a love token and stuff, so.
Yeah, normally they're pretty harmless. They're just having some fun. So you remember the place where you guys came to visit me?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember the situation that led to the creation of that portal to come visit me?
Oh, yeah? Did he do it?
That wasn't him, but there's a lot of people like that, and you just kind of... There's a lot of fans, we'll call them.
Oh. Are they only fans or like...
Fuck you.
There's a lot of people who, like, I mean, I've never even had a conversation with them, and they're obsessed with me, and I'm not going to say no to their love and affection and worship, but
Mhm.
there's a lot of them for me to keep track of. I don't pay attention. Hundreds, thousands of voices just demanding attention, demanding love. It's a lot.
Oh, no, I understand completely.
Like, occasionally I meet someone lovely like you and we actually converse and you're not just groveling at my feet the whole time. It's actually really pleasant.
Well, my name's Lovey, not Lovely, but unless it was a compliment, kinda?
She just gives kind of like a smirk and like she's just like, okay, yeah, I appreciate that pun. Sure, yes.
Yeah, you can imagine how hilarious my parents thought it was, obviously.
Oh yeah, Steph. Are they good? Do you want me to look into them in either manner,
Uh,
capacity?
I mean, if you could just have a look, not go, obviously, because, I mean, that's kind of awkward. Hi, I'm a devil that your daughter sometimes talks to. Um, I mean, it would obviously propagate the fact that I'm kind of exiled, outlawed, on the run. You know the drill. Um,
Oh yeah, I mean that was I. Trust me, taking over your own circle of hell. Do you really think that you don't end up on the run in those situations?
oh my god, like, what is it with people where they just, and I mean, I felt guilty to this. I'm not going to lie. When we first interacted, I didn't get what was going on, and I thought that, well, based on the fact that Gorgor had told me that you were the daughter of Asmodeus, and all I'd heard about him through my entirety of my youth was that he's a big bad, bad. Do you know what I mean? So
And didn't
I,
those same people call you a big bad?
yeah, I've realised that. Like, I mean, technically, I did kind of burn down the village, but do you know what I mean? It at the same time was also corrupting people, and I didn't do it. Wow, it depends on your viewpoint, like corruption and seduction and all that kind of stuff could have just been me falling in love with them, and it's weird. Do you know what I mean? Or trying to develop my powers is suddenly that I'm taking powers from the devil. But people are weird, right?
I
Like
mean, if you
people.
wanted powers, I'd give them to you, but I don't think you've ever asked me for powers. And I mean, you don't have my dad's mark on you or anything. Like, I don't think you have powers from devils.
Exactly. I get
I
my
mean, I guess
powers.
the scythe technically, but that wasn't. That was after, not before.
Yeah. Well, I'm into, you know, things, and I'm currently with Hecate, so maybe we can have this chat another time. I don't know how to make this not sound bad, and it's already coming out bad, so I'm just gonna say it. I am a nature kind of person. I'm also really appreciate the offer. I think maybe we don't take this professional, if that makes sense. We keep it
Oh, absolutely.
for fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Well,
Is this when you ask for a divine intervention and make Gorgor smart? Is that the school you were referring to this entire time? It was just Glacia.
and then she'll kind of go, maybe one time I'll call you up and when we're all going for drinks and you can come and hang with my friends. Or are we keeping this?
Oh no,
Well,
I'd be happy to, as long as, of course, I'd be welcome there. I'd hate to make anyone uncomfortable.
oh, they're already uncomfortable. Like that Flynn has a stick so far up his arse, he can't be anything but uncomfortable. But my aggression aside towards him, and I am being aggressive, and I'm glad he's not here because all I will hear for months and months is about how I said once that I was aggressive. I'm not going to keep on going round on it. He's just irritating me, and I don't know how to fix it. I keep saying I don't want. I'm fine. I'm okay. It was really nice seeing you, and maybe we can go for a drink sometime.
Oh yeah, this town has the best ale.
For ale. Cool.
Well,
So,
just like this place. I mean, I'm sure you've heard just overall, but it was like Strappy Adventures just built a tavern with their piles of gold just out of entertainment and boredom.
what
That's how the whole
really
town came to be.
was due to adventurers?
Yeah, just adventurers like yourselves after they'd gone off and slew some great evil, I think it was one of the Loth's minions at the time. They just took all of their earnings and built themselves the biggest tavern the continent had ever known and town.
Cool. That's really, really cool. Well, maybe we'll go for a drink here. Is there anything you'd like me to pass across to the Sir? Sir Simpleton.
I mean, eh,
Heather. Got it.
you know,
Sorry?
just it's one of those. I am happy to give him powers and whatever makes him happy, as long as he's happy.
But you don't want to interact because as soon as you say something to him, suddenly your mailbox is full.
Yeah,
Oh.
something like that.
Oh, I get it completely. Like, you just want to be friends with the guy or just give him powers, and suddenly he assumes that means that you want to be in a full-time relationship. Men are
I am
weird.
the only goddess that's given him powers. He thinks that makes him special. He takes it personally.
Even though there's like 50,000 others, I get it completely. Totally get it. And suddenly you're stranger zoning him? That's what you
Something
said?
like that. That's an interesting way to phrase it, but
Ugh.
if I just never acknowledge him personally, or anyone, if he doesn't know anyone is getting personal attention, he'll assume he's being treated equally, which, I mean, in fairness, he generally is, but
No, at the moment I think he's just trying to get you low. And I'll talk to him about it, but not in like a you need to stop doing this way because I've talked to Glasser and she's not cool with it, but just more in a way of him to see his value and see that he doesn't have to chase after some unattainable woman where he could probably get a woman elsewise.
I
Do you know
hope
what?
he finds a lovely someone someday. Just
Yeah,
not me.
I get it. Cool. Well, this has been absolutely lovely. Like I say, we'll get a drink sometime. And I'm going to apologise first of all because I kind of did this out of spite a little bit, not towards you, but towards everybody else who keeps on telling me that I'm in love with you or I'm in your back pocket or whatever it is going to be in 2 days' time. But do you know what I mean? Like, I did it out of anger, but also to thank you for something.
Oh, absolutely. If you being frustrated with them got us this evening, then I hope you're frustrated with them more often.
Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. I'm gonna probably head back now. They'll probably wonder where I am.
Just buy them a round of drinks, they'll forget you were gone.
Probably.
They're not paying attention.
Already forgotten who I am. So, and with him being my best friend, I've kind of got to go back anyway. But see you again soon.
Yeah, have fun with that.
I will do. All right. Bye. And as she kind of leaves, can I roll a medicine check just to freak him out even more?
Yeah.
Yeah. 16. I didn't get cursed. I didn't pick up a curse.
Are you sure the DC was that low?
Yeah, that's cool.
It is an Archdevil. The DC's probably at least 20.
Yeah, but if you have a special kind of glove, like you can't get anything, mate. You just wear a
Are
glove.
you sure about that?
Well, that's what we're going to tell the party, Danny.
Okay.
Alright, let's head back.
Okay.
Cool.
No laughing.
Okay.
Super serious.
Everything.
Heyo.
Ah, you're back.
Hello.
Bro.
No, Liam, all damage you do is always a minimum of 1. If you had a -5 strength modifier, you would
Ah.
be lifting the weapon. But if somehow you hit you would do 1 point of damage.
Yeah. That is how it be. All damage is a minimum of.
Yeah.
It's like you could do 1 point of damage, and even a barbarian's rage can't cut that lower.
Funnier, if you crit, it would still be a crit, so it would be
2.
like, well, no, because
No,
I mean, if
it's
unarmed
max
strike would be
dice.
2.
Max
But
dice.
I was saying if it was like a weapon that you somehow hit someone with, like D8 for longsword plus what you roll on the longsword,
Yeah.
and then -5.
Yeah.
So you'd somehow do in the territory of about 10 damage on a crit with a longsword, despite your -5 strength modifier.
Look, sometimes gravity does all the work.
Yep.
Does Lovey come back with us now? Is she okay?
Oh,
Nope, apparently not.
Oh.
Is she gone?
Mm.
Rose, you're muted.
She did a Liam. Fuck you.
It was weird because I tried to talk to you guys, but I unmuted, but accidentally kicked myself out.
Oh,
And then
okay.
Okay.
Myself out of the
Do you come
At the
back,
call.
Lovey, or are you like forever leaving?
Oh,
Huh?
Welcome back.
Hello again.
did that work?
Yeah.
What were you trying to fix that time?
Yeah, like everything was working.
I for the first time in a very long time, I want to be able to punch people through a screen. Anyway, not so
What?
What?
What did you do?
All I heard was, Rose, come back. Rose, you're muted, even though I'd unmuted.
Mm.
So I don't know what's going on. And I feel like you guys were trying to
No,
wind me up.
Liam said you were muted.
I didn't think you muted.
Well, someone said it.
No, Danny, you just kind of just went, "Oh, are you coming back, Lovey?" or something like that. Or
No,
Rose,
the
and-
first time I said it, and then someone said she's muted, and I went, oh.
Yeah. And then
she was
started...
muted when she was muted, and then she left,
then
and
she
then
started
she came
talking.
No, but
back.
she
Yeah,
just said
left,
she wants to
came back.
punch people for saying
Yeah.
that she's muted.
It sounded to me like I'd come back in, and then you guys were all like, "No, everything was fine." Like you'd been taking the mick out
No.
of me. I do apologize.
The first rejoin, you were good after.
Yeah.
But you rejoined, still muted, then unmuted, and then we're fine.
I wasn't taking the piss. You were actually.
To me, it was just the kind of chain of events. But yeah, I'll come back to the tavern now.
What the fuck?
Alright, so Lovey arrives back to the tavern.
Yeah, I'll kind of I'll get a round of drinks in, and then I'll kind of like sit down and go, so, are we going to school tomorrow morning, Google? Dave?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Whatever. I got a shiny rock for you. If you, because I reckon it won't work on magic, weapons and things, but, worth a try. And I'll.
Rock.
Well, yeah. Apparently, it's one of the type of rocks that you put on swords and things, and it makes them better.
Oh, I have my sickle, and I have a broom that I make magical?
Yeah, I know. I thought for the sickle or something because I gave the naughty candle and the scabbard to Dave. Didn't give anything to Simpington, and Flynn had some oil. And I'm wearing new boots. So I will chuck you the shiny whetstone.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. And I'll kind of like pull out my pack, my new cloak, and put it on. It's a little clammy. Down.
Alright, it is, a dark greenish purplish blend.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Like
very like
Chrome.
Wait,
yeah.
where did you get that?
It was in the chest.
Oh, I looked in the chest though, and I didn't see anything else that was good.
It might be because I'm kind of like, what's the best way of explaining it? I'm kind of into this kind of stuff where you would have gone for stuff that is important to you. Does that make sense? This probably just looked like a dirty rag.
Okay, yeah, and what because we don't know what the potions are gonna do, if we get into another fight, I'm just going to drink one and find out.
Sounds good. Don't drink multiple potions, though. Apparently, it gives you an ippy tummy.
Oh, okay.
Just
Well, I got a gold one and I got a one that changes colour. I might drink the gold one first. We'll see. Because the gold one's
Ooh.
cool.
So the oh my god, the cloak, does it need attunement? Yeah. Do I have to wait and see?
If you want to try and figure out what it is,
No, I'm happy just to have it on, and then when it starts
Yeah.
doing its thing, I'll go from there.
alrighty.
So. Everyone
But
alright?
yeah, as you wear it,
Yeah.
you definitely feel like, after even a few moments of wearing it, you do feel at the very least that it is definitely attached to you. I wouldn't call it like properly attuned, but you can tell that it's an item like sinking its teeth in kind of thing.
Oh, cool.
It's a mimic cloak.
Actually, then. Like,
What?
work as yeah. Spiky tooth back with all of the loot. I'm sorry, out of character. I found it so funny early when Flynn was like, "Oh, there's a problem sometimes with this." He didn't even know about Matthias. I've spoken to him about Matthias. Yet he somehow knew about it and just deigned to comment on it.
Oh no, I knew full well what I was saying. It was the fact of that's the whole reason he was part of the group is apparently that they had a person who then left. I never mentioned names. I never said anything. I just said they have a thing. Also, I do have precedent for saying it, not including Matthias, because Cleric wandered off and we don't know where the fuck he is.
Oh, Paladin Dave, do you know where your cleric friend is?
No, he's just gone. I think. Yeah.
He time skipped through him leaving.
I was drunk when he left.
He was too busy getting assaulted by bugbears. Or was it No, it was hobgoblins. My apologies.
So, are we doing anything else for the rest of the day, or are we just resting?
Well, you guys looking out for
to
any?
get schooled.
Well, Lovey said we're doing that tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So I'm
Were
just...
you guys looking for any new information? Or were you guys looking for anything else like around town? Any investigations to learn more about local stuff?
Well, I think things look okay at the minute, and people said to wait and see. So we'll figure it out.
I will kind of go around and try and see if I can't find anything more about the temple and any stories that may have happened regarding it. Like, is there any talk of a creature? Like, how did it become so destroyed? What led to it being ruined and stuff like that? So I'll take a little bit of a wander to find out if that's okay.
All right. Asking how the church became so destroyed.
Yeah, just kind of going around a couple of things, seeing if there's another church in town or anything like that, and just mention that there's one to the north, and we'd see it.
You do see some like asking about after like general religious stuff. People mention that there's actively no church nearby. Though most religious worship is handled just in homes, in small groupings. Like if they're worshiping some sort of nature deity, they'll just go to a nearby park, or sometimes they'll just have like effectively a modern day book meeting almost, but for their religion and for their worship kind of thing. Where it's just like, oh yeah, all the like wine ants will show up at one house with their Bible equivalents and just kind of like drink, discuss, small prayers. Though on the topic of religion, a certain paladin in the party does have information as to one local church-esque establishment.
You're going to rely on him to deliver that? It's a bold
Maybe.
choice, Cotton. We'll see how it plays out.
It's not Liam.
Oh, okay, we're good then.
Oh. Tell me now, relate to the group, I guess.
Yep, that is. I was in the middle of typing.
Oh, bro.
Ah, yes, there seems to be a. Ah, yes, there is some sort of prayer and worship place that you know of. Right, good to know.
There you are. Do with that information as you will, but you do recall that there is something local in town in the religious spectrum.
There are some cults of Glacier sort of dotted around the area.
Good to know.
Is that why you're here?
No, I don't tend to go to those places.
Oh, well, given how much you want to be friends with her, I thought it would make sense that you go where more people that like Glacier are.
Oh no, they're not like Glacier.
No, the people that like Glacier.
Oh, like her.
Well, yeah.
Yes, they have a different form of worshipping than I do.
Right.
The ladies of the night.
Oh. Oh, okay, that's cool. I mean, I don't like to sleep during the day too much, but
That is something that Lovey can teach as an after-school thing if needs be. All in favour?
That's a PSHE lesson waiting to.
good thing she's not here, otherwise she would have kicked you.
I'm already in deep water. What difference is it now?
It's not the fact that. Do you know what a brothel is?
I think so, yeah.
I'm going to regret this, but what is a brothel?
Okay. Let's find out. Good.
It's a tavern with a different name.
Oh, it's like a tavern, isn't it? Because like you go in and there's drinks and there's food, and it's where the ladies are on the balconies and they talk nice things to you while you're having a drink. And sometimes people go up and say hi to them and go into rooms with them.
You describe their appearance, but not their function. That's good enough. I believe there's one in town. Do we need to go and speak to them? They probably won't like me.
Well, if it's somewhere else we can go for drinks and stuff, then yeah, let's go.
But why are we? Why are we doing the religion thing?
You said about going.
I was going to try and find out more about how that church got ruined that we were at.
Oh.
You just and what happened to general religion in this town, because it seems to be very
Or maybe the cults got it.
Well, shall we go? Shall we go to the brothel and see and investigate and see if we can figure out anything?
I think that's something that probably best left to another time, especially not now, given that it's like not maybe about an hour or so after midday.
Oh yeah, they're ladies of the night, so we should wait for the night. Otherwise, they're gonna be asleep.
Yes, precisely.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was that?
I'm yawning.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Liam's
Sounds like
excited by
Liam's
the
already
mention of the
there.
brothel. Yeah.
Liam's already shouting from the brothel. Like, yeah, we should go later.
So yeah,
So Simpleton goes to the bar and gets a drink, and Ben goes to get a drink because he feels like the next bit's going to need some.
God, it's gonna be interesting with Gorgorin party.
Mm.
Let me tell you, it's gonna be a wild time.
The funny part is this isn't even like one of those aha, I'm making it up kind of things. Like, I mean, to an extent, like I'm obviously like bending and reflavoring.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but even
But no,
still,
well, because there was like Glacia is like a broader spectrum, but there was a smaller demon lord of the succubi,
Mhm.
and this is very much actually a lot of the lore from that. I've just kind of mashed it into one to have more to work with.
yeah.
And you let this group run rampant with said law.
Yes. Yes.
You're welcome, Twitch.
I think it's good content. I think it's engaging content.
Well,
Let's
what?
just hope someone doesn't end up engaged
Well-
by the end of it.
Oh yeah.
Well, shall we drink a little more and then wait for Lovey and Dimpington to be back, and then we'll go to the brothel later and see if we can figure out if the cult was the ones that destroyed the other religions, maybe.
Now, I think if you want to, Gorgo, just to help you out a little bit, kind of look at what remnants are left of the time skip. You could drink this to get you there quicker.
Well, I don't want to accidentally drink too much and then like go past.
Oh, I'm sure you are. You of all people will have the knowledge to know exactly how much you need.
Okay.
Besides, I mean, you've already got Helen and Dave here, so you can use him to help measure it as well.
We will just wait for Lovey and stuff.
You can do that too. But I will go and try and find out a little bit more from the people around town about religion. So do that, and if it's a little late when you decide to go to the brothels, just go there. I'll try and catch up with you. If not, I'll be here.
Okay.
Either way, you do that. Have some good time. Have a good drink. Be nice to the ladies while you're there.
Well, yeah, we gotta look. We gotta like, because if you don't be nice to them, they're not gonna talk to us, are they?
I know, but still, there's a few people who aren't so nice to them.
Oh. Okay.
And Flynn will go off and go around the town to explore and find out more rumors about the religion.
All right. So the bard is going to go looking for just local information. That seems like a
Just-
specialty.
Yeah, more just information, rumors around the town, and just general information gathering for the next while.
All right. Roll me a scout for information.
So Simpleton's return from the bar.
Nice.
Okay. So that would be a.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
So would that
What?
be deception and possible persuasion to try and get more information from people?
Yep.
Do we not tell Rose what we're doing later in this day, or should we just surprise her?
I'm sure she'd appreciate the surprise.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
23 perception, 21 persuasion.
Okay.
It's kind of like an educational field trip.
Oh,
Oh
one
dear.
hell, one hell of an education.
Oh no.
Do I want to know?
Let the surprise take you, Rose. Put it this way: it was Ben's fault, technically. On the biggest technical level, it's Ben's fault.
I mean, I mean,
We will be getting some private tutoring after, I think. Maybe.
fucking hell! Why do you think I walked myself out of this so I don't have to be part? Oh dear. Sorry, DM.
Yep. So, asking around, you actually find the story sounds generally well known. Doubling back on the experience that Gorgor had with the guard, but with a bit of a better tact to it.
Mhm.
Apparently, just about everyone knows that the church kind of exists up there, but it's more just one of those, like, everyone is smart enough to just not go near it kind of things.
Mhm.
Apparently, that is where the final battle of the previous party's campaign took place on this plane. So the adventurers who built this town and defeated their own great evil before becoming rich infinity billionaire level 20 characters and just building their mega tavern and the town sprawling up around the mega tavern, that was where the final battle against the great evil they battled took place. Which is where an avatar of Loth had invaded the plane and attempted to just conquer the mortal realm. And they tell you this with a lot of grand, you're a bard, so you're used to it, which is why you're able to cut through a lot of the bullshit.
Yep.
But they're telling us, like, there's a lot of superfluous stuff to the story. There's a lot of, like, and this spider had 10 heads and 12, and 12 arms and could spit fire, acid, poison, gas. Yeah, you're cutting through a lot of that to get to kind of like the meat of the story, so to speak.
Okay.
But apparently that's all the information that anyone has on that area was just like, yeah, that was some crazy battle happened there, and the adventurers just set up shop nearby, just as a convenience, or maybe they thought they were guarding it still, or something, but...
A great battle against Loth in a temple to Pelor in the middle of nowhere. And then a tavern pops up.
Yeah, they just took their winnings and retired, basically across the street from it.
Why am I not surprised to find out about that?
Pretty cool way to end a living.
Okay.
Maybe they'd
So-
had some attachment to the continent, maybe that's had some attachment to the smaller area. Maybe they were just lazy and didn't want to have to find a boat home.
Possible. And now I'm thinking this is a world that Ash is used constantly. Yes, and once we're done, our story will be part of this, and it will be a shit show.
I cannot wait for the next party to find Gorgor.
The next party finds Gorgor's book, and on the last page is Gorgor's home address, and it's all like Star Wars sequel trilogy.
Oh god.
Gorgor, I found your book, returns Gorgor his book. Gorgor throws the book over his shoulder.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I was forced to read once and never again.
Gorgor yeah, that's it. He learns to read at the end of the campaign.
Last
Never
episode.
That's the BBEG reading.
The fucking BBG's a thesaurus.
He thinks it's a dinosaur.
Yep. Yep. He thinks it's like some great dinosaur battle and it's just a book.
It's a Tyrannothesaurus.
Oh, fuck. It's a Diathesaurus. And not dire as in, like, dire wolves. Like, dire as in it's fucking terrible.
Okay. So,
Sorry, derailing aside.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the gist of what you get, and a lot of that is cutting through a lot of the bigger, like, bard fluff where, like, these people clearly heard it from a bard who had heard it from somebody else who was embellishing the tale kind of thing, and you're able to just at least cut to, like, the meat of the issue.
okay. So I am able to get that. And is there any reason that they've never decided to set up another
church, or is it just the town's not big enough for one, or
Nobody can pin down why. It just kind of seems like one of those like taboo things where there isn't a church here. So religions are like, do we try setting up a church? Like they don't have a church. Like it's kind of one of those self-fulfilling taboos where it's like nobody can pin down like it's not against any rules, it's not illegal. It was just like so adventurers built their big tavern here and some merchants set up shop around the big tavern because there was big money to be made, and then people started living here, and just no religion has been able to kind of like penetrate the social structure hard enough for there to be one church to one god here.
Mhm.
Especially because it's, town was originally founded by varied adventurers. Like they had the like evil grumbling warlock, they had the like they had the like Goliath that just kind of worshipped the stars. They had just all these different things. So it's like it's really hard to come sell your religion to people who are worshipping heroes who are effectively gods.
Okay.
Like the town's pantheon almost is the adventurers who set up this town. So like
Okay.
you're free to worship whoever you want in your own house and organize with people who do, but just it would almost seem blasphemous. Like the Aylesbury Church is or the Aylesbury Tavern is their church almost to an extent. It's like it's where they go to worship the heroes in their time kind of thing.
Ah, yes. The worship of the most important thing, ale.
Celebrities.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's just freedom of religion, but there's no state-funded, organized religion.
Yeah. So like it did start off as just kind of like a town in the middle of nowhere, and then people were like renting rooms in the tavern, and then merchants were renting rooms in the tavern, and houses
Yeah.
sprung up, and just it's a lot of the time when there's a core church in a city, it's because that religion was like, hey, we could put a city here, and they, that's almost the way that some churches work, or some religions work in this country, is literally you go build a church in the middle of nowhere, people come to pray at the church, they, build supply shops around it, and suddenly there's supply shops, people need to live somewhere, houses spring up, people live there, so they need other amenities, and
One phase after another.
Let's say you got a religion. We can make a city out of this.
yeah. Well, it's honestly a very natural spiral, at least here, where it's just like logically things need things to exist. So like, I could
Things
go
need
build a
things to
church in the
live.
middle of nowhere, and literal, if you build it, they will come kind of thing.
Yeah, because like the church needs stonemasons for repairs. The stonemasons might want supplies for tools, so a blacksmith. The blacksmith
Mhm.
might need coal or lumber, so then you've got woodcutters, and then you've got
And then
hunters.
you've got 20 people living there who want food, so you need farmers.
Yeah, then all these people need places to live, and yeah, it kind of just like one need fulfills and then makes another need, and then it just chain reactions to a
Yeah.
point. You might as well just settle.
Yeah, and that is exactly what happens in a lot of these smaller, like, countryside villages and stuff, like the big kingdoms and stuff. Like, and that's really, like, in this world, at the very least, a very presumable way to look at it is, like, the kingdoms were some rich military-esque people set up there. The churches are a church set up there, same concept.
Hmm.
And that's not always the case. Sometimes it is just, like, people needed somewhere to go, but it takes money to build a town. You can have a 5-house village where it's just people living on farms and running their own business, but the way towns grow to a big size is usually royalty in the middle, and royalty is just code for money, or, adventurers in the middle, because adventurers are effectively royalty.
Yeah.
Or religion in the middle, because religion is money. There's other ways about it. There's a lot of other, like, secondary reasons, but that's, like, the core towns typically end up founded for some reason or another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a good way of doing it.
Yeah. And not always, and sometimes it is just an outpost, sometimes it is its own thing, or sometimes it's a mad wizard, but...
Oh, I like it.
But at the very least, with this town, it's... If somebody wanted to be a church, they wouldn't be frowned on, but they'd be hard-pressed to get, like, one... Because to get your own church established, if it's not a church to all of the gods, it's like, oh, well, I want a church to, Cord here. all right. Do you have a target demographic here? Like, yeah,
Who are you here for, kind of thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you built your temple to Cord in the middle of nowhere, a bunch of worshippers of Cord will show up there and naturally fund the church. But yeah, building one after the fact just seems weird in this town at the very least. Yeah, that's. It seems like the church you guys were at was just where that final battle took place. Maybe there was a city here before. Who knows? Hard to say. Like, especially because so much has been built here. People repurposing buildings, people, using materials and moving away from the church. There's vague speculation that, hey, maybe this was a town and they rebuilt the town kind of thing, and others are just like, no, that's just kind of lucky or or coincidence.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I do that, and then I just go and find like anything else strange that may have been happening around the town that they know of, or
They make mention of some really nice looking wizards who moved through town, one of which was an orc. But like they looked almost, instead of looking like an adventuring party, they looked more like an armed guard kind of thing, guarding a high value NPC.
okay.
So that's really all that you get on that one. Like, it's just like, yeah, there's this weird, really fancy orc who came by, seemed to have some armed guards with them, seemed to have a couple humans with them, looked very mage-ash. But that's more one of those, like, just rumors of, like, oh, I wonder who this local, visitor is kind of thing.
Okay. Seems interesting. How long ago did they say that was?
They seemed to come through town a few days ago. I think they're still here. They're not really, like, publicly around all day, every day kind of thing, but I don't know, just you see somebody dressed nice, and adventurers sometimes look nice, but they always look disorganized. These looked very, they're all very uniform is the biggest, like, defining factor I'd give them.
The same, or just like they all look
Similar
the same?
garbs, similar colors, seemed to act in a very organized fashion.
That's interesting. Oh, that's it's like I had heard a rumor that there was some sort of group that was being built that was kind of unifying all the adventurers, kind of making some sort of, I would almost think like maybe like a guild of some kind that would be able to handle the tasks, protect.
Oh no, they seemed far too aloof for the common man. I think they were here just passing through on a purpose. Though maybe they stuck around in town a few days because they enjoyed the drink. Don't really know.
Possibly. I'll probably have to ask at the tavern at some point. Yeah, and then I do kind of just following on from that, just kind of what people I talk to, just bridging, like gaining people's mood on kind of like adventurers, like the main complaints, like how widespread is the complaint of adventurers not doing tasks and stuff like that. I know this town was done by adventurers. Are people still living up to the values of those adventurers, or are they doing that? What would the idea of maybe having a group that was more to serve the people be like? Kind of get the ball rolling on this whole group, basically.
Yeah, so rumors kind of thing.
Yeah.
Roll me charisma with proficiency, so just any of your non-expertised ones.
Yeah, man, I was hoping for the persuasion.
It's more social engineering on a grander scale.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's insanitizing.
Well, I know
Yeah.
that there's actual like sewing rumors over like a week or whatever. More just
Yeah.
like
Okay, so just charisma with proficiency, but nothing else. So if I just do a charisma save,
yeah, that would work. Yeah, I mean that's plenty.
I managed to
Alright.
bridge the gap there.
Yeah, you definitely get the ball rolling. People are like, yeah, that sounds pretty convenient. That sounds pretty nice. That's probably a solid idea.
So,
And, like you plant the seed, like it does, and that's why like sowing rumors actually over like the week would be like nurturing the seed. You've at least planted the seed; it's there.
yeah, a couple of just plant it in like a couple of places throughout the town, get people thinking. Like, if this if this group were to happen, who would they kind of need to speak to? Is it just the people, or is there some sort of leader they'd need to?
Yeah, and you've at least put. There is like a leader ish to the town itself.
Okay.
They don't point you in the direction of any individual. They just point you in the direction of the barkeep.
Okay.
They're like, barkeep's not the leader of the town, but they would know how to best get in contact with the leaders of the town.
Okie dokie. So something I might have to pass along later. Yeah, and just continue that. So I will spend the rest of the day and potentially a little bit of the night getting that sorted.
Mhm.
Probably continuing that once back into the tavern once everybody kind of starts gathering there.
Mm.
You may time skip out of what I'm doing.
All right. Anyone else? Good to move to the following morning. Anyone else do anything tonight, so to speak?
Well, when it gets nighttime, we're going to the cult, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured. I was just making sure.
Yeah, no.
We're expecting Rose to just jump away. Wait, cult, what?
Yeah, because Sir Simpington's going to show us where the cult of Glacier is, and then he's going to wait
okay.
outside while the rest of us all go in. Because what we're going in, Lovey, to do is apparently it might be that some of the other religions around here got damaged and broken up by the cults, maybe, and we're going to go and find out and see.
Okay.
I mean, I might come in, but I'm just warning you that they might. I don't know. They might not even know who I am. Who knows?
Well, don't go in if it's like going to get you hurt or anything. Just show us where it is and we can go in and ask the people. Because it should be dark enough now, right? They should be awake.
Yes, I don't know about these things. I assume so.
Okay.
We go to the place, I guess.
Yep. All right, everyone tagging along. Flynn, did you go to bed immediately to avoid this, or
I spent more time. I spent more
Yeah.
time out.
you were
until
out?
somebody-
You got back after they left. Okay.
Yes.
So as the party arrives, the party is prefaced a little bit in that while the noble white knight of the party represents one aspect of the worship of Glacia, Queen of the Succubis, and Lord of Malbolg, there is a different way to worship the Queen of Succubis that some have taken to expressing.
You can hear the nerves in Ash's voice of how she's going to say this.
No, I think she's trying to skirt it so to see if Rose can figure it out.
And after a short time, you are delivered to a large, it looks almost like a mansion to an extent. It looks very homey and comfortable despite its massive size. It doesn't look like a noble lord's manor. It looks more just like if somebody had kept building a house wider and taller and wider and taller kind of thing.
Huge.
It looks very well kept. It looks very well decorated.
Oh, this place looks really good, actually. You wouldn't think that there's a cult inside, would you?
And there's just a large, heavy oaken door out front.
Easy on that word, fellow.
Oh,
I'll knock on the door.
okay.
Ah, yes, party of. That is a very large party. Are you all together? Or is this just convenient timing.
We would like to speak to the madam of the house.
Okay, so you want to organize. Okay. Yeah, come in. There's a waiting room off to your left. Just make yourselves comfortable, and I will see if I can get her attention when I can get her attention.
Very appreciated.
And you're led into a very large foyer. Large, expansive, nicely decorated, well furnished. Off to the left is a lot of booths, comfortable couches spread out. And it is just a very wide, welcoming, kind of dark receiving area.
We'll go
And
take a seat and stuff and wait.
there is a heavy scent of perfume wafting about the entire abode. And off to the right, there's a hallway. You can hear some noises coming from down the hallway, but it's fairly far off. And it branches off to like a large side room down that hallway, and then further down there's just a bunch of closed doors, and then a staircase going up behind her. That is roped off.
So, and this is kind of like whispered, but Google. So, is there anything that like shouldn't say? Like, you told me not to say the one thing.
That should be okay. They don't recognise me, so.
No, but is there anything else that I shouldn't say and things? Is what I said.
I don't think so.
Just not the thing I said outside.
Yeah, just not that word.
Okay. I was gonna say because Flynn told me to be nice to him, and I don't want to be mean.
Yeah, I mean, I assume like fellow worshippers are quite robust, and they're not going to be insulted by every little thing.
Yeah.
So we shall see.
Well, the hope is Lovey might get on with them because obviously she's friends with Glacier now as well. So, like, because these people like worshipping Glacier and he's trying to keep it quiet because he doesn't like he's trying to pick because he doesn't want to say anything that might upset people. So because you've warned him. So Glacier, you might Lovey, you might like talking to these people, and maybe you could help me and like Dave and stuff find out information.
Mm-hmm.
If Lovey is a friend of Glacier, it's probably best to keep that a secret. I'm quite competitive as lovers of Glacier. Quite competitive.
But does Lovey say anything when obviously?
No, Lovey's just like looking really confused at the moment. Oh wait, what?
Like they said like these people might be the ones that and I'm gonna say it normally, but assumed it's quietened obviously. Well, these are the people that might have been the ones that like damaged like the churches and stuff. So that's why we've come here because Sir said that he knew about the people that worship Glacier, and he said that we couldn't go right away because they sleep during the day because they're ladies of the night.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, that's what he said.
What?
Well, he said they like they.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, that's what he called it, but I don't know.
It
doesn't look like any of the ones I've seen.
They're not. It's similar, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Similar.
But we should be able to like talk with some of the ladies and see if we can get anything sorted.
Just need to speak to the leader.
Well, that was the madam you said, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll speak to the madam and then see if we can like talk with her and stuff and see if we can find out things and then get some information and then take it back and we can use it.
Okay.
There's the occasional stomping of the floorboards coming down the stairs after a time. Just very heavy footfalls, one step, then the other, then the other, then the other, as someone descends the stairs with somebody else in tow.
Gorgo's
And
paying
after
no
they
attention to that type of stuff.
Yep. And after they descend the stairs, they turn into the large waiting room that you guys have been kept in.
Yeah.
And there is a very tall, for humanoid, but not like large creature, just like she's easily 6'5", 6'7" territory.
Oh.
She's got small horns, a purplish, pinkish halo about her head. She's got very destroyed-looking wings almost. They look more worn and corrupted insectoid wings almost. Not quite, but just like they've got that little bit of membrane to them. They're not quite fully formed. They're not quite like they wouldn't scientifically support flight, but they're still there. They've even got sharp claws on the ends of the wings. And she is dressed quite forwardly, but still tastefully. Like she's not just simply in the most revealing clothing. She's actually got a fairly long skirt, though it's got a slit up the side. Her boobs are just perfectly covered. Like she's got her belly on display. She's got a halter top, but you don't actually see anything that you shouldn't see.
Mm.
And she's got very long gloves that have large claws poking through the gloves, either designed with in mind or her natural claws poking through. Hard to tell. There doesn't seem to be any torn fabric. And she's got dark purple hair, and she simply looks over the party and is like, adventurers, that makes a lot of sense. When I'd heard your party described, I'd assumed there was something. What is it that seems to be... What can I help you with? What's brought you to my establishment?
So Simpleton sort of bows and says, "We're here for information, milady."
So you've made friends. Good. I'm glad that you're not traveling solo anymore, at the very least.
Oh, you know me then.
It's of you.
Oh,
It's adorable, your devotion. You express it in a very unique fashion.
I've been told that.
But we make no judgments here. Your coin is always welcome if that is what you're after, though if you're after something a bit more productive, as I assumed, you wouldn't have brought such a wide... Unless I don't judge if that is what you're after.
Well, I mean, honestly, like, if anything, we can do anything, then that would be useful, wouldn't it? Because then we can figure stuff out easier.
I mean, I made a judgment on Gorgol thinking he might be into this kind of establishment, but after speaking to him, I don't think he understands the function of it.
Well, if that is what you're after, I will happily connect you. However, I'd assumed it was something a bit more pressing if you needed me specifically to attend to you.
Yes. It's information about the religions around here, and specifically the temple. Not far from here. The ruined one.
Yes, that thing.
Yes.
It was a lovely birthplace.
And is that where you came from?
To an extent, I guess rebirth might be more apt.
Oh yeah, because we am I allowed to say what it was here?
Yes.
yeah.
We killed an angel there,
Huh.
and apparently it was causing problems in the town, and when we went to investigate, we killed it because it attacked us, and we were looking at like other things and like why like other churches and things ain't here, and Sir here said that he would take us to here because you guys are like a religion for Glacier and might know things, maybe?
I would say we are the largest organized religion in this town, though that is this is a very easy religion to spread, and many of different religions will happily make offerings here, and we make no judgments. Sometimes people of many faiths simply wish to devote some of their energy, some of their magic.
Okay.
We withdraw it, we distribute it as needed, we use it as needed.
Hmm.
And then they go about their way. There's no permanent contracts in place. It is simply they make a few hours of worship, and we are stronger for it, and they are happier for it.
I mean, that sounds pretty useful, to be fair.
There are many ways of worshipping Glacia and her companions, though
Well, to be
ours is very direct fashion.
well, I was thinking about it, to be fair, because Lovey here is like one of my best friends, and she started like really liking Glacia and became friends with Glacia, and then we met Sir here who does, and it's like I think we all I want to maybe see what, because we've spoke with Glacia a couple times, and I didn't know what to think at first because people were saying a lot of different things, but I think it might be cool.
Yes, well, you probably hear so much of her because you look like a man who enjoys pies.
Yeah.
Now, imagine if you could have one pie handed to you right here and now. That would be great, wouldn't it?
That would be really good, yeah.
Now, hear me out. What if there was always one slice of pie waiting for you wherever you went, no matter what you did?
I'm listening.
So, Glacia is more of a fan of the latter. She could have her one pie, or she could have one slice of pie in every town, continent, country, castle.
Yeah.
And as an entrepreneur, as she is, she's decided, well, one pie might be good for 6 slices, but one slice from every town might be worth, I don't know, 600 slices?
Well, yeah, because what it was, like, because she gave Lovey a couple weapons before, and I did, like, because she said, like, how, like, much power she got from her, and I was like, it's pretty cool, but I, like, obviously got my own power and stuff, but I don't know, because everyone in the party now seems to be more and more, like, getting power from her, and it was like, I do like pie, though. That would be cool. I might next time we see her, I might speak to her about it.
Yes, she is a very kind mother.
Gorlock. Oh no, Ben.
Yeah, take a glass of Gorlock.
Oh Jesus, man. Actually, I just realised, can I even multiclass into Warlock? No, I can't, because I'm Charisma 12. I need to be 13. So even though I'm in character discussing the potential of multiclassing, I physically can't. Damn.
What finger guns let you increase it to do it?
To be able to, so I can only use my
one.
So the thing is, I can only use my side class if I'm finger gunning.
I've got Eldritch Blast for finger guns.
Oh fuck no, we're stopping that right the fuck now. I hate that fucking finger gun bullshit.
So, you said your friend here has already been blessed by her. Was that what you'd explained?
Yeah, she told us that we could, like, well, she told me and Lovey at least when we met her, when we went through the portal. That was like the third time we met her. She said we could call her like any time and she'd come and hang out with us.
Maybe I'll be lucky enough to have a younger sister soon.
Maybe you'll be lucky what?
Lucky enough to have a younger sister soon.
Okay. Well, you mean Lovey, not me. Oh, well, I was gonna say.
Oh.
I mean, yes.
Like, he kind of looked at himself for a second, and then he was like, "Oh, you mean Lovey?"
I mean, if you want to be called a sister, I think this is a place I
Well,
wouldn't judge.
I don't know really, but like I said, it's just the more I see people, everywhere I go, there's people that are like really nice and cool, like you, and he points to the succubi, and
Lavender.
Lavender, sorry, but like meeting like people like Lavender and stuff who are like really nice and cool, and like I said, I was tempted when we first met her, but people were saying all sorts of nasty things, and then some people said nice things, and she's only ever been nice to us. And I don't know, maybe, but we'll see. I'll have to wait and speak to her next time. But so do you know what happened like with the churches and stuff around here? Because they are a bit fucked up.
Well, so that one kind of guilty on me, kind of unrelated.
Oh. Yeah,
It's more just one of those like side effect things.
No, I get that. Like I've had that happen a couple times when I've cast spells and like I blew like a door off its hinges and things, and I've broken. Yeah, it's okay. Did you apologize?
Well, so that's kind of how we're born.
Oh. Oh.
Not really intentionally, and
Well, so long as you didn't mean to do it, then I'm sure they're okay with it.
just when Glacia likes someone enough, she has ways of ascending them to higher power. And it's just kind of a side effect of that. Now, the rest of the lore that circles around that, I had nothing to do with that. I was simply created after the fact, but it usually involves the destruction of a religious situation.
So do you know the angel? Did you know about that at all or anything?
I think that was an accidental side effect, so keeping it very simple because I'd really rather not have to explain the whole process, and I think it would be lost on you anyway.
It's okay. But no, because like it was apparently causing problems for people, and then like I said, when we went there and it attacked us, so we killed it. And we don't know if it's gonna make anything better yet, but we'll see.
So the traditional fashion of our birth is birth being a strong word. Again, I was always around, simply ascended.
Yeah, so it was like a promotion.
Yes, a promotion, that's the place. The place of my promotion involved it's a very specific process and ritual that involves the destruction of or the desecration of a religious institution.
Oh,
Now,
so
normally,
okay.
normally in the olden times, it used to be we would infiltrate already existing ones, but we simply knew where a no longer in use church was, and we made sure nobody was harmed in the process of the making of.
The angel thing might have just been an accident.
The angel thing might have been maybe it was bound to that church, so when we corrupted the church that had nobody in it that we thought was safe.
Well, that explains why it attacked us when we got there. It was probably like defending its home or something. Oh, that wasn't that. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Well, it makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, that might have been maybe just over time. Because, I mean, that was a while ago, too. Like, at least 20, 30 years, but maybe it was just with the land corrupted, the angel bound to the land, got a bit. Maybe?
Okay, so it's probably a really good thing then that we killed it. Is anyone else going to speak, by the way? Because I feel like I'm doing a lot. Dave, Lovey?
I'm proper enjoying Gorgo, who was told not to tell them stuff, is telling them.
Look, if you don't stop him, he's going to continue.
Continue then.
Okay, fine.
Though, my strong friend of yours, it sounds like you a lot of your friends have gotten stronger through their social connections, we'll call them.
Well, yeah, because like I think Flynn's the only other one, but I don't like have anyone like that. No.
So, normally, there are different sources of power and there are different methods to power. We take power freely given, though maybe through nebulous terms. If you want more raw, destructive, potent power, there are others I could put you in contact with.
I mean, I'm not.
They're a more direct line to strength rather than asking others for power and receiving it from them persuasively.
Yeah, because I'm not looking like because I've got a lot of really cool abilities and I've got a lot of like powers that can like do a lot of damage and things and protect people. Like, so it would be nice to have other powers. Like Lavi taught me how to grow plants and stuff and heal people. So it might be cool to have like other stuff that can do other things because I can already like. We killed a king, like, a week ago.
This is a very accepting place, and we're just going to choosingly not judge you for the sentence you said and the context it lacks.
I'm fucking loving this so much because you can just hear the like you can hear the mental groans of like, oh, he's gonna get himself hung up by the morning.
Well, it's one of those things though, like, they're not going to call the guards to their place of, like...
no.
I say they're a devil cult, they're hardly going to be like, oh!
No, but, like...
You killed the king, how dare you?
But literally anywhere else, like, Gorgo would get himself lynched by morning.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, he was evil, so, you know. We're friends with the prince now. And we've even got, like, a piece of paper that says it. Like... So, like, we help him do things in the city.
Yeah, just, I mean, maybe I wouldn't tell him too much about what we do in the city, but...
Yeah. I think go, like, maybe this is a good time to stop talking.
Oh, no, if you don't want me to tell anyone about what you do, that's okay. Because, like I said, like, we've got, like, my friends here, like the people you like, so it's okay. Like, I don't mind.
Yes, we'll make sure he doesn't say anything, but maybe it's a good time that you stop talking, Gorgo, and we.
No one else was talking. Business.
It's okay. I'm saying it's time for you to stop talking because you've done such a good job at it.
Okay. That's someone pulling the e-brake before everyone dies.
So, Madame, Lavender, is there anything else we need to cooperate on, or is our business done?
Oh, well, that's simply... You came here simply for information, and I guess technically, indirectly, I may have been responsible for that, though in fairness, it's ironic that we were doing our best to not harm people, because the first couple times this ritual came about with others, you never want to be too loud.
No.
As great as it is to corrupt an entire church to a new religion, people get really mad about that, and it's really hard to operate freely when people are really mad at you. So we've kind of slowly taken a different approach of making people happy that we're here and cooperative with us, and it's just ironic that us trying to be safe and cooperative still led to trouble.
Yes, I don't know if that's as much on the strange angel thing or on you. You tried your best. Do we have any other business here? You'll just sort of look to everyone else, like.
Not at the minute, no, but
not tonight. Maybe another time.
Yeah, I definitely will come back.
Do you know what it is that they do here, Gorgle?
Yeah.
What did I do then?
Hang on. It's even worse. It's hang on. Is that it's halved? It's halved. Okay. Well, I mean, she just said like the people give some of their like magic and essence, and they feel a lot better for it, and then it helps give them power. So then it's like everyone comes away happy.
It's a simple sigh having to think that he wasn't going to have the talk with an orc.
Yeah,
You know
Wow.
what sex?
Can you believe how racist he is? He thought all orcs knew. Oh, wow. Go on, carry on.
He's
Ben.
an adventurer. He's wandering around. He talks about people's short swords. Do you know what sex is, Gorgor? Because they do it here.
This is very
I fucking hate. Even with the -2. Oh my god.
Someone brings in a whiteboard into the waiting room of a brothel and we have a lesson for Gorgor.
It was the school after all.
That's the educational trip.
Yeah.
Today we're doing PHSE.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, I fucking don't even know anymore. It's fucking dumb. I love it so fucking much. Oh. I'd imagine Gorgo probably would explain it in slightly incorrect broad strokes. I am not going to voice it. No.
Oh,
I would say he's probably on the right track, but he's probably missing a couple steps or he's maybe misplaced one.
Well, it's probably like, yes, Gorgor, they naked wrestle here. That's how they get their power.
Huh. If that's all you gotta do to get power, then why aren't we all doing it?
No, they get the power. You don't get the power.
Oh.
Lavender here gets the power from it.
I mean, that's pretty fun living. Like, you just wrestle and then, like, strong.
Why is the simp doing this? I don't know.
Shall we leave like your simp was trying to take us out before I carry on? Because I will not stop and I will make it painful. Leo.
Not the words to be being said in a brothel, but
Oh, God.
oh
Jesus.
no.
No. Michael, shut the fuck up.
I unmuted specifically to say that, so.
As you can see, Madam Lavender, it's probably best that we leave if business is concluded.
Yes, please do. Just have a yes.
Just leave. I'll just leave. If she's like just stuck for words.
I'm pretty sure at this point she's done.
Yeah.
But leave her alone.
But Lavender has made that much of an impression, she's going into Gorgo's notes. And not many people make it in Gorgo's notes. Not much of anything does, actually.
I think the similarity is Flynn was like, when he saw Sir Simpington, he was like, oh shit, there was another one of them. And now, like, Sir Simpington's brought a group to a Glacier cult, and the Glacier cult's gone, oh shit, not another one of him. Like...
Even the cult dedicated to the one that you're simping to doesn't like you.
I got them all that they were just patronising.
Yeah, a little patronising. I would agree.
I'd imagine if anyone else doesn't want to speak, then we probably will head out.
But okay, I think we'll leave the session with you guys heading out to reconvene, unless first Flynn wants to deliver what Flynn received information-wise.
I will probably pass that on in the morning, if nothing else.
Yeah,
I think by then I probably would have gone to bed.
understandable. All right, we will leave it there then, with you guys heading out
Yes.
to reconvene and sit out in the morning for whatever you're doing.
Okie dokie.
Mm-hmm.
So, shall we? I believe we earned a level up last time.
Yes, I would take that now.
Yeah.
And that was depending on what you guys did. Like, if you guys went straight to bed, straight to out adventuring on the open road, it'd be like, okay, we'll go level up then. But if you guys were going to hang out in town for a bit, that was why I said be just cognizant of what you want to do with it.
Yeah.
Oh!
Nice rolls.
Not bad, not
1,
bad.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, cancel. I went too high.
But yeah, I am gonna make it my goal now to multi-class into Gorlock. Just because.
Do you have a charisma?
No.
Nope, that's the problem. That's why I said I'm going to make it my mission. Because what it is, like he said, like Gorgo, like because he sees Lovey as his best friend. It's like, well, I want to match Lovey. So he's gonna join the brothel just to get closer to Lovey, like be better friends with her. Yay. it's Gorgo. What do you expect?
Lovely.
And do one more spell.
Yeah, literally, just to get the same powers as Lovey so they can match, because he gets on me so much.
Also, if you guys want cool related art.
Yeah, oh,
What? Where?
General?
Discord.
Ooh. Oh, is that what we just spoke with?
Not quite.
Inspiration.
Vaguely close, but
It's alright, I'm gonna show it to the Stween.
Oh,
Pretty.
beamy,
but
beamy.
yeah, we'll talk more like length about that after we're off stream. But that is.
I mean, it is ironic as well because it's got an angel that's bound, so that probably the fucking angel that got corrupted.
Yeah.
But no, as I now ponder over my level up notes, and we're gonna chat post stream as we always do, guys. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna unrecord for YouTube. So see you later, YouTube.
Bye.
YouTube.
There's inspiration for who you were speaking with, though not one-to-one.